H3H3 did a content nuke on Hasan. Now, I'm a little bit behind on this. I know. I'm always behind on everything. I am the guy that's late to the party. Every time late to the party. But I'm excited to see what happened here. And now, I don't like Hasan Piker. I've never liked Hasan Piker. I find him one of the most disingenuous, disgusting people on the platform. And I'm excited to see how the fallout from him and Ethan Klein's relationship went. Because if you didn't know, they used to have a podcast together. So this is the content nuke. This is the content nuke right here. Let's go.
The world would not be the same. Two people laughed. Few people cried.
Sure, there's plenty to criticize.
The green Hamas banner. Happy birthday to you.
We are going to skip around a little bit in this because a lot of this fluff shit, I'm going to just move right past. I'm going to move right past it. I feel like a lot of people are just covering this straight up. I am not afraid to just jump right into things.
I'm cooked.
Happy birthday from Twitch, Hasan.
In Texas, someone should buy. Oh yeah, and I got a tattoo also, so I'm cool like that now. Left or right, I always thought that, despite our differences, there was one thing we could all agree on. And what was that? That we love America.
Damn straight, man! We love ourselves, America! I can't say long, only said hi. I love you, Light Chomps. Thanks for stopping by. Loving myself, America! That's probably why he's leaving. Light Chomps is British, bro. He doesn't understand. Love America!
Everything she stands for.
Mom and Dad and apple pie.
Sure, there's plenty to criticize and endless things to improve, but I thought it was about making a more perfect union, not tearing it down.
And marching bands, a pride that only
The thing is, there's something kind of scary brewing in America. Communism.
Base.
America. That's America.
I don't hate the idea of like people who can be successful. I think it's good that people can say if there's another Holocaust, if they start rounding up the Jews again, I hope Ben gets.
Bro. Dude, the amount I like that Ethan's already throwing it in with his L's. The fact that he talked about the explosions at the NRA, the throwing Ben Shapiro in there, that's not cool, dude. I don't like anybody who hates anybody based on their like religious beliefs or whatever. That's something I think a lot of people should learn from. Just because somebody has a different belief than you does not mean they're your enemy. In fact, you might find that there's a lot of core values there that you guys can like make love on. Do you just do the fingers and the hands and then just slap them together and you guys got yourself some lovemaking, and I think we need to get back to that.
He presents himself as someone like me, a left-leaning Democrat who supports basic things. And we went on making the show for about 2 years and everything was good. Everyone was having fun. The audience was having fun.
Bro, I want to say real quick, I know I'm pausing again and people hate when I do that, but Ethan looks good, dude. Yeah, I mean, he went from very chubby, like me, to losing that weight, dude. Big ups on him. Big ups, bro. Looks good. I mean, he probably should have used a little bit of that weight to bulk up, but hey, man, losing the weight.
No problem. That was until this happened. We were doing our regular show, and for the first time I noticed an inordinate amount of radical, hardcore leftists. I mean, I thought we were social democrats, not whatever this was. I don't hate the idea of like people who can be successful. I think it's good that people can achieve success in the term monetary success. I mean, that's what that means, right? I do. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Because I see so many people in the chat saying no.
I don't know what y'all are tripping about. Like, what the fuck do you want?
What is the idea that
you guys,
people
like,
are looking for?
You guys are all like radical communists? There's that many radical communists? Suck it, chat. You're watching a capitalist pig. Deal with it. And then this happened. This comment from Hasan really started to sound some alarms in my head.
If you're in a socialist country with multiple parties, and one of the parties is a capitalist party, which would surely exist.
Yeah.
What would you do if that party started gaining momentum?
The solution to that would always be education and offering more
Re-education?
Re-education, certainly, yeah. There should be an enforcement mechanism, and in that enforcement mechanism, I think like rehabilitation, which would include re-education as well.
If putting capitalists in
This is fascism, bro. So this is something that people who listen to us on don't understand, and this is something that why I vehemently disagree with anybody like this. And if there was a right-wing guy who came out and said that every left-wing person needs to go to re-education camps, bro, I'd be like, yo, fucking pull back on the reins there, compadre. We have gone past the station we're supposed to be at there, man. I would not be okay with that, dude. I would be like, get the fuck out of here, dog. You are weird. You are goofy. I don't like you. It's just, that's fascism, dude. That's being fascist. It's like, oh, you don't agree with me? Well, send them to the gulags, baby. They'll learn or die. Who cares? They disagreed with me anyway. That's disgusting.
Education camps isn't disturbing enough. I started to notice that Hasan was carrying a lot of water for communist states' war crimes and genocides.
What do you call Crimea? I call it a part of Russian territory, bitch. That's what I call Crimea. I call it Crimea River, a Russian river. The annexation of Crimea is absolutely a justifiable annexation.
Tibet was literally a fucking feudal slave mandate, like
So
autonomous zone.
China did them a favor.
That was one. I mean, in America, when I say something like this, people get very upset. You know, we talk about the.
That's because you like. Here's the thing that I always supported Ukraine for is like they had the right to be their own country, right? I'm like I was never on the side of, oh, who cares about Ukraine? Let Russia take them over. And it's like, yeah, dude, I don't think we should be sending them money. That's for fucking sure. We need to take care of shit over here in the U.S. We have like actual problems here, but we're funding a proxy war. No, don't want to do that. I don't like war, so I'm not gonna support war. And that was my opinion on it, but it wasn't me like rooting for fucking Putin, dude. I would never root for like a country to take like Taiwan, dude. I think Taiwan's a sovereign nation. I think they should be able to fight back. But at the same time, I'm kind of sitting that way where I'm like, I don't know if I want to give my taxpayer money to every single proxy war that breaks out just because like I'm fighting communism. That didn't work for us in Vietnam. That didn't work for us in Korea. So what? We're supposed to go broke as a nation? That's where I have my disconnect, but I don't agree with what China's doing. I don't agree with what Russia's doing. I can have both takes, but Hasan can't.
Dalai Lama saying "suck my tongue" or whatever, but like that's not far from the norm in fucking normal Tibetan existence before the Communist Party came in.
Bro, you're just skimming over the fact that you just said that it's normal for the guy to say "suck my tongue," dude. I'm sorry if some like preacher dude walks up or like a monk or whatever you want, anybody walks up to a kid's like, "Hey, suck it." I'll be like, that man needs to go to jail. Definitely going to jail. That's weird to do with kids.
And
So China unilaterally took over Tibet,
like
well,
these are
their culture. They basically are trying to, you know, homogenize the culture.
if your culture
They're trying to spoil the religion and the identity.
the part of
they did them
feudal
a favor.
warlords and slavery, abolishing that, yes, I do think that is good.
No, China did them a favor.
This is a good way to describe Taiwan as well. The American federal government going into the fucking South and killing, unfortunately not all of them, but a decent amount of slavers and defenders of slavery. This is violent retribution from a powerful federal government
Tibet was a separatist.
that squashed, okay?
Tibet is the South in the Civil War.
Yes.
And most disturbingly, a complete whitewashing of the Chinese genocide against their Muslim minority group, the Uyghurs.
Don't they have Uyghur death camps? Is that?
It's not a death camp. It's
Here we go. Here's where I get mad. Everybody wants to talk about like, oh, it's like the whole Palestine-Israel thing where he's like, oh, I'm for all Muslims or whatever. But then bro just skated by for years saying what was happening to the Uyghurs was okay. It's like, bro, this is your fucking guys. All those people who were saying that Hasan's there for you or whatever because he supports the terrorism that's going on over in Israel and stuff. This is your guy. This is your pro-Muslim guy when he was just fine when a genocide was happening over with the Uyghur camps. He was cool with it. No, he calls other people pro-genocide. Bro was literally pro-genocide, dog. Mr. I'm there for the Muslims didn't give a fuck when Muslims were getting murdered. That's something that I think is so funny, and I think it's so like annoying when the leftists like this will sit over there and like, wherefore you don't understand? It's the Muslim, like the Muslims have it so rough, and it's like some do, yeah, dude, get it. There can be racism, that happens, but I don't support terrorism. If they're fucking sending like beepers that explode or making condom bombs, bro, I'm gonna be like, listen, that's a little fucking cringe. Maybe we shouldn't be doing that. Maybe that's I don't want any hands in that. But then like you ask them about like, oh, what about China and what they did to people who of the Muslim religion or the Islamic religion? Who cares about them, dude? Kill them. I don't care. They're against communism, dude. We need to support communism always. Always support communism, even if they're doing a genocide. This right here is enough to show you that he is willing to grift on whatever the popular sentiment is.
They were re-education camps, and they are no longer in operation.
Is that
according
true?
to the Associated Press?
Okay. I saw this crazy documentary, and I don't know. I don't know the surrounding narrative or anything about it.
And this is where fucking Ethan really took an L having this podcast in general. It's because he didn't know enough behind this. This is why when he tried to have like a debate with Steven Crowder, right? He tried to like have a whole Steven Crowder like debate thing, and he ended up subbing somebody else in because he didn't know what he was talking about. This is another point where this whole podcast was just him looking like a dumbass while his son was doing his propaganda thing.
But it was about there was doctors in the area. They would be able to procure organs.
No, no.
I'm telling you, they were in China with
that one is like Shen Yun.
They're like,
Falun
we can
Gong.
get you an organ from a Uyghur.
Yeah, dude. See, this is how gross it was, dude. This is how gross it was. I remember when this shit was going down, and I just like, I remember thinking like, that's messed up to take somebody whose religion you might not agree with as a country, and you're like, oh yeah, these are lesser people. We'll just divvy out their organs, bro. You get an organ, you get an organ. They're like, where do these come from? It doesn't matter. It was just some Uyghurs, bro. Well, what are Uyghurs? They're just Asian Muslims. We use them for spare parts over here, dude. There are spare part machine, dude. Why? Do you actually want to care about them as people? Yes, dude. You should care about people. Like, wow, dude. And he's just laughing. He's like, it's bullshit, dude. But yeah, dude, I need a new lung.
But why is that? Is that really that crazy?
The Associated Press quietly fucking wrote an article that didn't get a lot of coverage in mainstream media about how, like, okay, well, all the concentration camps have been closed now. Like, all the re-education camps are closed now in fucking Xinjiang, and it's like very different vibes in Xinjiang. And
yeah, dude, we got good vibes over in Xinjiang now, man, bro. They're chilling, bro. They're watching like cool shit, like Attack on Titan, bro. They're watching some like cool. They're cool now, dude. I have them over for lunch all the time. We eat cheeseburgers and stuff. No bacon because they decided to be cool with them. They're no longer re-educating them, bro, and using them for spare parts. I swear, dude, I'm a journalist. I'm a fucking journalist, dude, and you don't understand how like my journalistic powers came to be.
Now, it's the tourism hour.
Let's see what the Associated Press actually had to say about this. These are all AP articles from the last 2 years. UK independent body reports China committed genocide in Xinjiang. China sanctioned a U.S. research firm and 2 individuals over a report about the human rights violations in Xinjiang.
It's the tourism hour.
To China's fury, UN accuses Beijing of Uyghur rights abuses.
Tourism hour.
Uyghur County in China has the highest prison rate in the world. 1 in 25 people is in a Chinese prison.
It's the tourism hour.
48 Uyghurs detained in Thailand for almost 11 years are on hunger strike to protest their imminent deportation to China, where they face imprisonment or execution.
Not only does this AP article seem not to exist, reading the AP proved exactly the opposite. Hasan has happily eaten up the Chinese propaganda on this and has regurgitated it to his mainstream audience.
This is so gross to me. This is so gross, dude. And you know what's even crazier to me? It's just like lives is he's sitting over there just like, yeah, dude. It's cool, dude. What these guys are saying that it has any like what if they don't 100% agree with Palestine, they just hate Muslims, dude. You obviously hate Muslims, bro. This is all people need to see right here, right fucking in front of you with your own 2 little eyeballs. You're sitting over here. Hasan hates Muslims. Look at that. He literally was just hiding. he was hiding an entire genocide, pretending it wasn't happened because he's like pro-China, when in reality he then grifts over to be pro-Muslim when it suits him best, when he can use it as identity politics. But you look at exactly what happened in the past, where he was vehemently hiding the fact that there was a genocide happening of Muslims in China. Like, if that's what you want to play on, right? If you want to, now I don't like, I think it's good. You can look at what China did. It's bad. Wow, that's bad. They did bad. I can look over at some of the stuff that Israel's done to Palestine and be like, that's bad, dude. I'm like never fully for, but I can also look at what people have done to Israel and be like, that's really fucking bad too. Like, there's bad all around, but he's pretending that there was not bad, and then he grifted over to the Palestine thing and is like supporting terrorists and shit when he was like supporting a Muslim genocide. Like, he talked about like the genocide happening over it, or I didn't want to air quotes. I don't know what the fuck actually is going on in Israel and Palestine that much, but I do know the fact that he talks about all this genocides happening over because of the Israel thing, but purposely ignored a genocide of Muslims going on. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know that he is fucking stupid.
Is he defending China's genocide of their Muslim population? How does this even make sense? It only makes sense if A, he's being paid, or B, he has the political complexities of a 5-year-old.
It's a 5-year-old. He's a fucking idiot.
America bad is a meme that people laugh at online. But with Hasan, this does actually seem to be the beginning and the end of his analysis.
2 principles. Let me explain to you. 2 principles that you should keep with you, coming from a person who's Turkish, okay? When you look at a situation in the Middle East,
dude, anytime somebody tells you what they are, right, and says, coming from me, a person of box 1, 2, 3, you can know that they're telling you bullshit and they're using identity politics or what sympathy to try to force you over to their side without critically thinking about it. That is just plain, it's by the numbers manipulation. It is straight up, he is slapping his dick down on your forehead and saying, that's not my dick because I'm this. It's cringe, it's garbage, it's trash. Hasan is a clown.
You look at what the local government is and who the Western forces are. Never align with the Western forces. So when I look at other countries, I look at the regional actor, whoever the regional power player is, and then I look at who is backed by the Western superpowers. That's a principle that you could take home with you. If you want to actually be moral, or if you want to be smart about the way you analyze.
Dude, if you want to be moral, just remember, there was no genocide in China. It just never happened, dude. If you want to be moral and you want to look at how things morally, just remember that genocide's only okay when I, Hasan, say it's okay. I know that people think that I'm a bad guy, but really what it is you're the bad guy, you're the monster, I'm the good guy because I hate America, and I think that I can grift to the Muslim side whenever I want, and I can also say that we should kill them all. And that's so fucked. Dude, what the fuck? What the fuck is this logic?
Other countries, that's one basic principle that you can take home with you. All of a sudden, magically, you are above on your foreign policy analysis. You're going to be better off than 90% of people that look at the situation.
After seeing all of this, I was already getting uncomfortable with our partnership. I started to wonder if I had any idea who this guy actually is. And then this happened.
We have breaking news out of Israel this morning where Hamas has launched a surprise attack within Israel's borders overnight.
After the shock of October 7th, I noticed a huge increase of anti-Semitic.
This was wrong. This was fucked. This was bad. October 7th was a bad thing. And now I'm not in on the nuances of everything, but I remember thinking this was fucked. How attacking citizens and because you're mad is like fucked. It's terrorism. It's not good. I think that's something I know. Wild take from King Jiffy. He's over here saying terrorism bad. Wow.
Comments from Hasan's stream and Discord, including from his head mod. I was disturbed that Hasan was seemingly okay with this.
And do you care that your
all your chat is calling me racist? Do you make any attempt to modify?
I have not looked at my chat.
Moderate that at all?
I have not looked at my chat at all, but you
I
have
just
to
opened it, but don't you have moderators? Do you care at all about what your audience says about me?
There's 32,000 people in here right now.
I'm just trying to tell you guys how it feels. And I'm fucking shocked that you don't care that people in your chat are saying, who the fuck is this child cold, arrogant, kind as fuck?
I love you, but there's only so much I can do.
How can you be surprised when your Discord is literally full of fucking
Ethan, I love you, but there's only so much I can do if you're making that argument. You know that, right? Like
making that argument. Here's the thing too. I can. This is where I'm gonna like sort of agree with Hasan here. And this isn't a full agreement with Hasan because I know he moderates his chat for anybody who disagrees with him and shit. He'll kick him out if you have anything slightly disagreeing with Hasan. So I know he moderates the shit out of his chat already. He already like fully hardcore moderates his chat. So the fact that Ethan's asking him to moderate it for like crazy fucking shit against him when they're supposed to be friends, understandable. I get that. I, on the other hand, think that when you over-moderate your chat, it's kind of cringe. It is. And I haven't hit big time yet, so I don't know how this works, but I've always been big on freedom of speech. I mean, there's some things that obviously will get me banned on YouTube, right? If somebody comes in and says, oh, you're cringe or whatever, or says something like way out of line, of course you have to step in because then I can get my shit shut down. But I'm not big on over-moderation to begin with. I'm big on the freedom of speech and stuff. And so I could understand, like, if Hasan was, like, a big freedom of speech guy and was like, listen, dude, I let my chat do its thing unless it's, like, egregious. But Hasan's only going to moderate it if it furthers Hasan. He will let all of his friends around him crash and burn because he doesn't give a shit. Because he's an egomaniac. But I just, like... condemning somebody based on their chat, I've always thought was really cringe because you have no control over it, really. I mean, you can over control it, but if you're one of those people like me who just let's chat go fire, it's like I'm not gonna be over here and over moderate my shit because you want me to. At the same time, and you can't like I don't find holding creators accountable for their chat as good at all. I don't like that argument and never have. It's like, yeah, dude, people are wild. What do you expect? I kind of find that as kind of a cringe thing, and it's weird that this is what got Ethan out of here after all of the fucking, after Hasan literally covering for a genocide because he wanted to like Trump for communism. That's like wild. Like, why is it this? Why is it until somebody made fun of you, Ethan, that you're leaving? Do I think the shit that he's saying, like Ethan is a left-winger, grifter, Zionist, fuck his content, like, this is where it gets like really egregious, where people are being racist racist, I guess, or religious or whatever, for absolutely no reason. This is what it took you. You should have known before this, dude. You should have like looked into him before you did a podcast together, because I feel like this is consequences of your own actions right here on Ethan Klein's behalf.
Hasan's chat had been calling me a Zionist, baby-killing genocider. Maybe it is unreasonable that I'm asking him to. And
what's so funny, I know I'm pausing again, and I know this upsets people, but what's so funny about this is Hasan was literally a fucking genocide defending baby killer. Like, he was literally pretending that there wasn't genocide happening. And he was using this as also the like, Zionists hate Muslims, and if you have that opinion, you hate Muslims too. When you literally he literally covered for a fucking Muslim genocide. That's where I'm getting with the hypocrisy. That's what I think a lot of people are missing on this issue, and I wasn't going to cover this until I saw that there was this disconnect. I saw some people making Hasan things, and I was like, why isn't anybody making the connection that he was fully okay with a Muslim genocide until it was politically expedient for him? Once he learned that he could grift over to Muslims and then get on this whole Israel-Palestine thing and hate on Jewish people, he was like, oh, dude, let's go. The Jews suck. But the Chinese were awesome when they were killing Muslims. But the Jewish suck. And it's like such a like the Uyghur thing was so wild. And the whole... I remember when Disney did that movie, the live action Mulan, and they were like, yeah, dude, they had those camps, but they were nice camps. They were really nice. And when they wanted those people, when they were in the way, they just moved them. They just moved those people. It was great. I was like, what do you mean they just moved those people? You guys are just chill with concentration camps? What the heck's going on, dude? What world, what wacky world am I living at where we're just like okay with concentration camps in a place and pretending it's okay because it's China and they're communist?
moderate his chat for a friend. He doesn't even know where I'm coming from because it's not something he would ever ask for.
And all these other content creators actually, you know, whipping their communities when their chat is going fucking absolutely bananas over random dumb shit and bringing my name up for no fucking reason. That you were just allowing that shit to run rampant in your chat. And I thought that was fucked up.
Ethan, I love you, but there's only so much I can do.
Especially as someone who thought we were fucking friends. I think that's a reasonable expectation for someone who you consider to be a friend.
The problem wasn't that he was pro-Palestinian, because I share a lot of those views, and I've been a stalwart supporter of the Palestinian cause for many years. The problem with Hasan's coverage, and a lot of people like him, was their complete lack of empathy for the Jewish people who were frankly slaughtered by Hamas. He refused to show even a crumb of empathy for the Jewish victims.
But listen to what this guy has to say.
And as you might have seen, there was some sort of rave or desert party where they were having a great time until the resistance came in electrified hang gliders and took at least several dozen hipsters. But I'm sure they're doing very fine despite what the New York Post says. But nobody had seen this coming.
I mean, that's insane, right?
I don't even... Yeah, okay. Like...
Okay.
I'm
just criticizing people. You don't have to comment if you're not comfortable about it.
I honestly felt at times that he and his audience barely thought of Israelis as humans.
But this dude just called babies militants.
No, I understand. And there are baby settlers as well. But there are
baby settlers, bro. Dude, be careful, dude. Lock your house, dude. Make sure your backyard gate's locked up, bro, because you don't know. The armies of babies just show up. It's like that game, Dante's Inferno, where you fight that giant chick with the big boobs, and she's throwing babies with arms that are knives out of her tits, bro. She's just chucking these babies that have arms for knives out of her tits, and you're supposed to just fight them off. Those are baby settlers. That's what you need to lock your gate from, because you never know when you're gonna wake up and look outside and there's just gonna be like an army of little fucking armed, knived babies that you need to fight. You gotta fight them back, bro. They don't know how to say mama and dada yet. You gotta punch them because they're trying to settle on your shit, dog. They're trying to steal your house, your car. They can't even reach the pedals, bro, but they're gonna take your car, dude. You gotta watch out for that shit. Exactly.
Baby settlers as well. There are babies in the settlements.
Part of running defense for Hamas is downplaying the violence, specifically the sexual violence, which he's done a lot of.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the...
Yes, it does, dude. What? I know I'm pausing a lot, but this is wild, dude. What the fuck? How do people support this guy? How do people support this guy? It doesn't matter if that happened, dude. Dude, I think it wouldn't have mattered, dude, if we say, like, if the Hamas sent in Bill Cosby, P. Diddy, and Epstein, bro. They could have had them there, dude. It wouldn't have mattered, dude. Doesn't change their cause, dude. It's okay as long as they're on my side, dude. As long as they're with me, they can do whatever they want, dude. Bring back the Viking pillaging, bro. What the fuck, dude? What? This is insane. What are we looking at?
The dynamic for me even this much. So that's the other part of this problem that many people that can't contend with. Like, the Palestinian resistance is not perfect. They're not like so good.
It's fine, dude. Sometimes when you get up in the heat of the moment, shit happens. No, dude. I don't think that's okay at all. No, but you're not listening, dude. You're not listening. Sometimes when there's a shit, like when there's resistance and there's a war, sometimes people slip it in. That's never okay, dog. What the fuck are you talking about? That sounds awful and inhumane. You're just not. You must be a Zionist, dude. You must be a fucking Zionist. You're obviously a bigot. What, am I fucking crazy here, or is this like disgusting?
But they have magical bullets. The Palestinian resistance is get Netanyahu out of power.
Okay. So you're saying Israel in response... Hold on, dude. You're saying in response to this terrorist attack, Israel should have dismantled their own government.
First set of actions would be to democratically take Netanyahu out of power. Yes.
The problem is that Israel's been at war with its neighbors for 70 plus years, and It makes a lot of sense that there'd be some distrust there.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck? Democratically get him out of power. What does that mean? You just hold you right after you get a terrorist attack, dude, bombs rain down on you, right? Your cousin and child just died in a car, dude. Your sister just got plowed behind a building in not a bomb way. All of a sudden you're like, I think we should hold an election, dude. I think that's the right course of action. We should hold an election right now. I know we just had a terrorist attack. I get it. It's bad. But we should hold an election right now and just get this guy out of power and get somebody else in. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. If somebody like blew up my front yard, dude, I would not be like, we should get that guy out of power and then do whatever Hasan thinks. I feel like anybody who lives in any country is gonna look at this be like you can think about it as your front lawn, right? If like bombs rain down right now wherever you're living and blew up your next door neighbor's house, would you be out here like, we should be friends with the people who it is, and then we should get out whoever's my local governor, dude, they need to get out because we need to be friends with those guys. And he doesn't want to be friends. He wants to just fucking fight them, and I don't think fighting the right. No, dude, you're gonna be pissed. You're gonna want retaliation. It was the same thing that happened in the U.S. after 9/11. Now, was that the right response to go after a bunch of countries that had nothing to do with anything just because you wanted oil? No, not at all. But at the same time, dude, there was like a patriotism that rose up during that time period. Dude, everybody wanted fucking blood because some terrorists bombed our front door. So you think that there's not going to be that same reaction over in Israel? Of course they're going to be mad. I mean, it makes sense, and I get that, like, the Palestinians have had to deal with a lot of bullshit, right? Especially from the Israeli government, but at the same time, you can't just expect them to be like, yeah, that was your bad, bro, but we'll just do whatever you want. We'll do whatever you want. We'll kick our guy out. We'll hold an election, and we'll just give you everything you want because bombing us was the sane thing to do.
Is it really insane to think that Jews, as an ethnic minority in Israel, would not be safe? After all, Israel is a country of refugees. If the Jews didn't come from Europe after the Holocaust, they came from the surrounding Arab countries that expelled them in massive amounts following the 1948 war. In fact, there was more Jews displaced than Palestinians during the Nakba. 1 million Jews. All of these surrounding Arab countries had vibrant Jewish communities in huge number, hundreds of thousands. Now, if you look at them, you're looking at close to, if not literally, 0 Jews left in these countries.
Just to give you an idea, here's a visual representation of the Jewish refugees after 1948. Morocco had 265.
Yeah, dude, all the Muslim countries basically said, get the fuck out of my country. We do not like you. Go there. There's a place for you now. Go there. And then when they went to that place, they were like, okay, we don't believe in your existence, so we need you to just fucking leave. And it's like, where are they? Especially now after so many people have been born in Israel, right? Could you imagine growing up your whole life somewhere and then all of a sudden the surrounding areas are like, yeah, get the fuck out. We don't like you, dude. Like, I can understand the sentiment of, like, why I'd feel bad for Israel. And I can understand the sentiment why I'd feel bad for Palestine. This is why I don't want, like, I want them to figure their own shit out and I don't want to get involved. Is because I can understand both sides of the argument and I don't want to villainize either one because that's where you get the most toxic, that's where you get the shit where it's like, oh, well, we're going to hate all Muslims for some fucking reason. Oh, we're going to hate all Jews for some fucking reason. That's how you get people like Hasan out there that make it so everyone is starting to get really fucking anti-Semitic all of a sudden. And then there's probably people on the other side, like probably Nick Fuentes or some shit. No, Nick Fuentes hates the Jews too. I don't know. There's probably somebody out there that just hates Muslims too, and their audience is now very anti-Muslim. And it's like, you do realize these are just people at the end of the day. Like, the normal people are just people, and I don't see villainizing them.
5,000 Jews. Now it has 2,000. Algeria had 140,000.
Terrorist groups that have stated their goal is to annihilate Israel as a Jewish state. And considering the historical context of Jews being pogromed from Arab countries, is it really that crazy for them to not feel safe as an ethnic minority, even a little bit?
And that's pretty much the entirety of our disagreement. Despite what you've read on TikTok and Twitter, I've donated.
This guy's hilarious, dude. Hold on. This is hilarious. So during the whole Hasan thing, and I know he's probably gonna cover it, but anytime if you walk up on a creator like this and do shit like this, you are a fucking loser. You got nothing else going on in your life, dude. You're a clown. If you walk up on somebody who's like mildly famous just to get a fucking gotcha moment, that's cringe. Like, this is what Hasan's fans were doing to him, bro.
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
Mandatory service.
That's sad. That's terrorism, bro.
She was born there.
That's sad. I feel bad for you guys. Ethan Klein, bro, you're ugly as fuck, bro. You're ugly as shit. You look like a rapist, bro.
Look in the fucking...
You look like a fucking rapist, Ethan. Feel bad for you guys. Ethan Klein, bro, you're ugly as fuck, bro. You're ugly as shit. You look like a rapist, bro. I'm tired of all these coward Americans in the South trying to act like they're so tough. Oh, I'm American. Oh, you don't even run your own country. You don't run your own country, bro. You don't run your own country. A foreign country named Israel runs your country. Oh my God, bro, I love you, Hasan. Can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you, bro.
I'm so sweaty.
I love you, bro. I have to interview you. You're like you're my hero, bro. I love you, bro. You're the coolest guy in the world, bro. Hold on, I think I look.
Yeah, see, this is cringe. And what I want to say to anybody who's watching this who might be a Hasan fan and you just want to get at me and get really mad, you got to remember, like, if you're a Hasan fan because you feel like he's speaking to the Muslim plight or whatever, remember, this fucking guy right here, dude, right here, this fucking guy, Hasan, supported a genocide of Muslims in China. Remember, this guy was willing at all times to say there is no genocide going on. It is cool. Dude, it's China, so it's okay, dude. Those Muslims are okay to kill. Remember, Hasan fucking said that. And you got a bunch of people in the, Muslim people out here who think that Hasan's on their side. Just remember, this dude's just doing whatever is politically expedient for his fucking life.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Hold on, I think I look gay in that one.
Okay.
The funny thing about me, I don't like terrorism, and I don't like terrorists. If they're Jews, Christians, Muslims, they're all bad. What is terrorism? It's intentionally targeting civilian population for political goals. I don't like it, none of it. And over time, I started to learn that my co-host, he really likes terrorists.
They do musicals. They're very musical people.
I know. Are you being serious?
Dog, what do you look? You think I made this?
This isn't music. I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hasan. They're taking over these ships. They started targeting the ships. People on this helicopter right now?
Yes.
They're streaming this?
Yeah. Yeah. They're flexing.
What?
They're not flexing, bro. They're literally terrorists. They're fucking bad people. It's like, oh, dude, yeah, these guys are just taking over. What does that have to do with Israel? Nothing, dude. Actually, this is just a ship going to a completely different place that they just kidnapped everybody because they can. Well, no. But it still hurts Israel because of economics. Well, how do you know that? Oh, I'm making it up. It's trust me, bro. Everything I say is trust me, bro. What the fuck?
And they're coming in hot with guns.
Yeah, but you have to understand this is a deterrence. We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization.
Do we like them or no?
Dude, don't ever go to... here's something that pissed me off about this guy. He's like, do we like them or not? This is why Hasan has way too much power over on Twitch. It's like people who literally are just trying to, like, get their content game up. They're trying to collab with people, trying to rise, right? It could be appealing to go and fucking hang out with somebody like Hasan, but you need to know who the fuck this guy is before you go hang out with these people, right? Like, a little bit. You have to, like, do a little research behind them. And if somebody says, like, oh, they're a paramilitary group, I'm gonna be like, yeah, dude, I don't know. I can't support them until I do a little research. I have no idea. I have to do research. That would be my answer. But this guy's like, do we like them or no? Just waiting for Hasan to think for him? That's such a clown move, dude. I'm sorry. Like, a lot of people were, like, feeling bad for the guy who asked this question. I don't feel bad at all. Like, you should have fucking, you got yourself in literally, like, one of the worst situations ever, and you brought it upon yourself, and then you said things like, should I like them or no? Like, you're a little fucking bitch, bro. You came in with some, like, bitch-made energy, like, oh, do we like them? Is it okay, Daddy Hasan? Do we like them? Fucking gross, dude.
I don't have an issue with them, let's just say. But they are a terrorist organization. Like they're designated. They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
I do not like them then.
Bro, now I don't like them. I don't like them until he said they were a terrorist organization. But before, I was going to do whatever Daddy Hasan said. But then I realized Hasan might be fucking crazy, which you should have known going into it if you would have watched anything about Hasan other than just glazing his dick.
Well,
he is regarded as a pretty brilliant a person in terms of like everything that he's done.
Then I saw clips like this where Hasan is explaining how he's hiding his power level to funnel in normies into radicalization.
I think that in the short term, in order to combat against that, you have to advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda. You want America, in the way that I feel about it, and if you want America to get out of the way for places with more revolutionary potential to do what they would normally do, I think that, you know, one thing you have to do is advocate for a lighter form while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda that goes.
Dude, this is something I think everybody should know. Just like, you should not ever, if you ever find yourself in a situation where you're listening to somebody and you're a fan of somebody, but they say that, hey, dude, I do what I do is I like bring people in by like pretending I'm a part of like the more slight left, right? Now I'm just one of I'm just culturally and economically left wing. I'm not that. I'm just a social democrat. Anybody who's like pretending something, but then later down the line you're hearing them say about how they're lying about that and they're just trying to get people radicalized and shit, and they're willing to use whatever propaganda necessary to do it, realize you're listening to somebody who's willing to lie to you over nothing. They're willing to lie to you to further their viewpoints, which is so fucking gross. That's disgusting. I feel propaganda on any side is disgusting. And people talk about a lot. They talk a lot about the right wing, like the right-wing pipeline or whatever. There's a right-wing pipeline, but there's a left-wing pipeline too. Anytime you find yourself listening to somebody a little crazier than you did before, you're going down a pipeline. Now, I mean, everybody has this happen. They start listening to right-wing or left-wing correspondents, somebody in the middle. They got their like drama, and they're listening like Keemstar or fucking Bo Blacks or some shit. All of a sudden they're fucking they're listening to fucking Nick Fuentes or Hasan, and they're fucking radicalized. It happens on both sides constantly, dude. And if you find yourself listening to somebody who other people are kind of rating as some of the most fucking disingenuous like nut jobs out there, realize you've gone down that pipeline. You went down that fucking water ski chute. You're sliding down a wet vagina way harder than you should be, and you're gonna get shot out into lava because all your opinions are bullshit. You're listening to a bunch of bullshit, dude, and you're letting yourself get radicalized, and it can happen to everyone. It doesn't matter what side you're on, it can happen. And I'm sick of pretending that it's like, oh, well, one side has it and the other side doesn't. No, dude, it happens on both sides. And if you're one of the people that are saying one side does it more than the other, you're just as, like, mentally fucked. You gotta look at it and just look how the internet works. You start watching one video, you're gonna get more videos recommended to you. That's how algorithms work, and you're gonna find yourself getting flooded down this direction, and you have to combat that. That's like kind of why I try to like shit on people from the right, shit on people from the left, and try to consistently bounce a little bit. Not that I'm bouncing on both sides, but I'm trying to find that even fucking footing to where I can be more rounded, I guess, even though I'm just a retard. It's spitting shit into a mic. Way too much Copenhagen in my teeth getting spit on the mic. That's the problem.
It's beyond, you know.
No, I'm not calling you that. I'm just saying. I'm going to play you.
I'm saying I am.
Okay, well then I want to.
I'm saying I am.
I just
before
want to
you
put
even play it.
A propagandist is much more than someone with a bias. It's someone who knowingly lies to further their political agenda.
And then I had a terrifying vision. Had I been duped? Was Hasan presenting a Trojan horse to my community, where he was just a left-leaning Democrat like myself?
He literally was doing that from the fucking beginning, Ethan, but you were too stupid to realize it, and you weren't doing enough pushback. A lot of this was his fault. I'm glad he's doing this now, but I feel like it's almost a little too late, because he literally was sitting here fucking cowtailing, letting Hasan say whatever he wanted to, putting very little pushback against him, trying not to hurt Hasan's feelings, and then it came to where the chat was fucking bullying him. Fucking Ethan hates getting people picking on him, and then he got mad. It's very reactionary at this point, and this is why it kind of looks even worse. Like, he's there just to drop this nuke on him because it's gotten to this point, but it was already kind of pushed to that point before, but people were pretending like it wasn't.
And as he said in the previous video, was funneling them into radicalization and turning them against me.
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet, dude.
I learned how much he hates liberals.
Dude, I hate liberals, dude. I hate them. I hate them so viciously.
Did he secretly despise me this whole time?
I'm sorry, dude. I hate liberals so much.
Did this man sit next to me for 2 years and pretend to be my friend?
Dude, liberals are a burden on this planet,
yes, he did.
dude. Liberals are the most, like, scummy, vile, fucking idiots. Liberals are incredibly stupid. I hate these petulant liberals, dumb fucking liberals.
What else?
Dude, he did.
Hasan Piker.
He did fucking hate it. He didn't ever like Ethan to begin with. He saw Ethan as a stepping stone to get more people in his audience that maybe weren't radicalized yet. Again, the left-wing pipeline does exist, and he was utilizing Ethan to create that pipeline. It's always been a thing. I don't understand how people don't see that there's a pipeline on both sides. I mean, like, Mr. fucking Eat the Rich is over here fucking buying up half the world. He's got a giant fucking mansion of nicest cars, but he's a fucking socialist, dude. It's all bullshit.
Yeah, we'll get drinks after the show. No, you. He's such a great guy. No, you. Give it up for Hasan Piker, everybody. Happy birthday, buddy. This dude can package anti-Semitism and anti-Americanism like nobody else. In fact, you guys got him on the front page, and he's doing terrorism for free. Basically, gentlemen and gentle ladies, Frogan, you look good today, girl.
Babe?
Girl, you look good. Great job on that Arab tier list. That was good. How much we get for that? Yo, you got 10 million from Qatar for that? That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Twitch. Here's the thing, with help from people like Hasan, terrorism is like in the eyes of the beholder, right? They're not terrorists, they're, go ahead, he knows. Freedom fighters, guys. We are fighting for free.
Dude, thank you. As an independent who leans left a bit, I hate Hasan. Dude, everybody should hate Hasan. Hasan's the worst, bro.
What about...
And, like, the idea that Twitch is just sitting behind and just, like, pretending that Hasan's not a fucking monster, dude. It's so bad, dude. It's so bad that he can just get away with this. And they're, like, throwing him birthday parties. They're like, doing fucking Arab to Jewish tier lists. And they're just getting away with it. When they'll ban anybody. Like, if I was on Twitch right now just talking shit like I am, I'd get banned for absolutely nothing. But Hasan can be out there just like, let's kill out everybody.
Organization. Yeah, the Islamic fundamentalists. Death to America. Curse upon the Jews. That's right. That's the Jolly Roger of this man here. None other than Monkey D. Luffy. So let's get out there, guys. And let's make 2025 our biggest year, guys. Come on, guys. The resistance isn't perfect. The resistance isn't perfect. Yeah,
I hate that too.
If you want to know where on the political spectrum Hasan sits, take a look at a recent media analysis by Ad Fonte, which rated Hasan as the most extreme left-wing.
Dude, look at that, dude. Look at that. Look, could you imagine? I feel like even this thing can be kind of biased too. I'm not saying they're all biased, but I think Hasan should even sit further over than Crowder, and I think Crowder's pretty fucking right-wing. It's like, and you missed the part earlier where a very big point of this that I think everybody's missing is the fact that Hasan was cool with the fact that you were going to just kill all the Muslims over in China, dude. All the Uyghurs deserve to die because I'm pro-communist. But then soon as he sees that the Palestine-Israel thing happens, he's like, oh, you're just mad because they're Muslim. It's like, bro, you were literally okay with the Muslim genocide. You were completely cool with it.
Untrustworthy media source on the internet. And to give you an idea, he is opposite of InfoWars. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that...
Dude, he should have been way more over than InfoWars. InfoWars can be crazy and shit, but they're not Hasan crazy. I've never seen, like... as crazy as Hasan. Hasan's so fucking wildly left-wing that I only think there's like one other person that can get up there with him, and it's Nick Fuentes. And I don't think Nick Fuentes even made that fucking list. Nick Fuentes is just as bad as Hasan, and it's egregiously bad.
Hasan loves all terrorists. But what I will say is that there isn't many he don't like. Let's start with our good friend Luffy here and his organization, the Houthis. And yes, this is what it looks like. They are hiling Hitler. The Houthis aren't
Bro, they're on that Kanye Twitter grind right here. They're on that Kanye Twitter grind. Dude, I'm betting money Hasan right now is talking shit about Kanye West, and he probably made a big video about, like, Elon Musk, when Elon Musk is just being fucking autistic as shit and weird. Like, come on, dude. If you actually thought Elon was hiling, you're fucking stupid. I'm sorry, it was like a cringe moment. Like, that one was done. But, like, this is straight up. I know Hasan's talking shit about the Elon thing when he's supporting people who are literally hiling every Tuesday after breakfast. They're like, oh, dude, breakfast was great. Let's just throw one up in the sky real quick. Let's kill all the Jews. Not cool, dude. Not cool. I do not like that.
Islamic military group. They're known for their cruel measures, forcibly recruiting child soldiers, shelling civilian areas, and blocking food from entering already famine-ruined parts of Yemen. They've also set up landmines in agricultural spots, making the fields virtually worthless. Women have virtually no rights, and homosexuality, of course, is punishable by death. That lines up with leftist values. Now, just how little rights do women in the Houthis' Yemen have? Well, according to this, there's been 1,181 violations committed by Houthi rebels against women.
Yeah, they're a terrorist organization. But I want to get to something right here. We're going to skip over to a section right here. I want to talk about how Hasan just fucking dips on this dude. And I think this dude bears just as much responsibility for being here and being a clown as much as he did, because he should have looked into what Hasan was and what type of rhetoric Hasan was doing before getting himself in this situation. But this dude right here saw dollar signs. He saw his subscriber base going up. He saw everything going way better, and he was like, dude, I could support terrorism, dude. I'm cool with it as long as you're cool with it, Hasan. I'm gonna play this right now.
Just so you know, these fucking musically gifted individuals.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, I need the money, guys.
I'm gonna grab my food.
I'm so confused. What is
العسكري يوم سيطرنا على الخوبه بعالي ما نبالي بالهمر والمدفعيه.
That's right, my friend. Hasan just played straight up terrorist propaganda.
Dude, terrorist fucking propaganda right in front of him. Just fucking right in front of him like it was nothing, dude. And look at this guy's uncomfort, bro. And yeah, I agree that he should have known before getting into this that this is like cringe, bro. That he should have like looked into Hasan a little more than what your fucking your subscriber account would come up. Now, I am not one of these people who will sit here and tell you that, oh, well, you should look into, like, you should know everything about somebody going in. Like, yeah, you kind of should. You should look into that person. And you shouldn't, like, I'm not one of these people that says, oh, well, you platformed so-and-so, so you're a bad person. That's stupid. You can have somebody on your platform and debate ideas and debate your like ideologies and have like a conversation with a person you don't agree with. All day I will stand for that. Doesn't matter how crazy they are. If we live in a marketplace of ideas, so I think it's free to any time debate these ideas. And it's like one of these ideas that people think that because of the fact, oh, my camera's not on, because of the fact that it's like, I hate this idea that you can't platform somebody, but you shouldn't just go onto somebody's platform and then suck their fucking dick to the base, bro. You shouldn't be gulping people's dick down like he was doing and expecting it not to be insane.
Without even being there to analyze it. Surely this must be against terms of service. Twitch does not allow content that depicts, glorifies, encourages, or supports terrorism or violent extremist actors. For example, displaying or linking terrorist or extremist propaganda even for the purpose of denouncing such content. Denouncing? Okay, but what's the rule for endorsing it? Is that okay? The answer is yes, as Hasan was never punished for this blatant violation of Twitch community guidelines. Got it. So denouncing terrorism is bad. Don't do that. Endorsing terrorism is good. Okay, got it, Twitch.
What is going on? Can you explain this? This is a 3-minute video of. What do you mean a music video? When you said music video, I'm expecting like bad example, Chris Brown dancing. You know.
No. They do like they do musicals.
They're such a musical people, bro. No. You don't understand. They might be talking about like killing the Jews and stuff, but it's okay, bro, because they're musical. They're singing while they're doing it. They're like, oh, kill the Jews. And you know, I'm sitting over here like, that's wild, bro. Maybe don't play that. And it's like, no, but it's a song, so it's okay. It's okay to say kill the Jews if it's in a song. What the fuck? Well, we're just showing propaganda, just fucking, like, what? No, dude. I mean, if Israel had a song that said kill the Muslims, bro, I'd be like, don't show that shit on stream. Now, I don't know in that song if they say kill the Jews or whatever, but I do know they stand for, like destroying all of the Jews. That's their goal, bro. You're just, like, cool with fucking propaganda. I'm not cool with it on either side. I hate it. I think it's cringe. It's like, don't root for a group of people to die because you disagree with them.
They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Dog, what do you look? You think I made this?
This isn't music. I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hasan.
No, it is.
Bro, funny thing about this, actually, this is like a little tangent. There used to be this Mexican food place in my hometown, bro. And every time I'd go there for lunch, right, I'd go because it was like near my high school campus, and we had an open campus, so we could just dip out and go get food. And they're not open anymore. But I remember we'd go into that place, and they'd have TVs that played music. And we would, like, always go in, and we just knew it was fucking cartel music. Because the music videos were literally just dudes with face tattoos, like, shooting the sky and shit. And it was all in Spanish. And I'm like, this is cartel music, bro. What the fuck is this restaurant? I mean, the food was good. Don't get me wrong. I had good food. But, yo, they were just steady playing, like, fucking cartel music day in, day out, dude. They were just fine with playing as much cartel music as they wanted. And I just remember thinking it was fucking wild, dude. It was just wild, and the fact that Hasan's like, even like us, even me and some of my friends who are Hispanic stuff, they're like, yeah, this is wild, dude. I don't understand why they're just playing fucking cartel music in here like it's a typical Tuesday. And then Hasan's over here like, yeah, dude, they're just musical. This is like Pollyanna, bro. This is like fucking Little Orphan Annie. It's the Palestinian Little Orphan Annie. It's not that big of deals. It's like, yeah, it's kind of a big deal, bro. You're supporting terrorism.
They do musicals about like their fucking like their
cartels will pay rappers to write songs about them. Kind of lame. Yeah, dude, it is kind of cringe. The only cartel guy that was a cool thing, I can't remember his name, bro, but he was that guy that got killed. He read the note that he was gonna die on stage, and then he got killed. And he was like friends with Tupac, and I think he was also friends with Snoop Dogg. That dude had good-ass music. I know it's cartel music, but it was just, like, a lot of those songs are really pretty. I cannot remember his name. So, if you're watching this later, or, you're right now, if you know in chat, let me know.
Their actions all the time.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. I've got this. Instead of terrorist propaganda, let's call it musicals.
They do musicals.
Instead of violent jihadists, let's call them musically talented people.
They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Guys, let's just use our brains. Fiddler on the Roof, Wicked, Alexander Hamilton, man. There's no reason we can't put these Houthis on Broadway.
Well, they go, listen, you want to fucking bring a ship?
You know what's funny too? There's a Broadway, the Broadway play that's won the most Tonys of all time is actually off of a Mel Brooks written script. It's called The Producers, and the whole point of The Producers is they're trying to find a play that's so egregiously bad that it flops, so they can run away with all the money. And it's supposed to be a giant scam because the financial, like, the IRS does not give a shit about, because all the money's gone if it flops, right? Because you put all the money into the thing, you flop, you have no money to show for it. But if you flop and you ended up with a lot of extra money, you could walk away with it and it just looks like you paid for everything. That was the whole point of it. And their play that they were going to do was called Springtime for Hitler. Now, it's the whole bit is it's so egregious that that somebody wrote a play that was sympathetic to Hitler. And it ended up being like they ended up making it so bad that it was funny and it was almost making fun of Hitler, so it won. But there's a song in it like Springtime for Hitler in Germany. It's a great movie, hilarious. It like makes fun of it does it in a really clean way. But it's not just like praising Hitler. Like the whole thing isn't praising Hitler. It's like a bit in the thing. Hasan's just like, let's just praise the bad guys real quick. They're musical, bro. This is awesome.
Through here, we're gonna take it. So that's exactly what the Houthis start doing. They start fucking sending in helicopters onto fucking ships. Bro, they fucking look at this. They got the Palestinian flag that they painted under the helicopter.
Dude,
it's not.
It's just so gross that he fucking pretended that. This is like the difference between like it's satire. If this was like all satire, it would be funny. Like, right? It's like so dumb. Like, I'm skipping over the helicopter thing because we know what happens, dude. He fucking shows this clown that they're just like they're invading ships. Oh, it's okay, dude. They're invading ships, bro, because it's hurting Palestine. It's not. The ship is registered. It's just it's just so bad.
It's being chartered by a Japanese company, and the boat's owners are registered in the Isle of Man. I'd like to remind everybody that the crew that's kidnapped in this video has been missing for over a year now with zero updates on their health, whereabouts, or anything. That lines up with leftist values. Hasan's third claim is that this attack happened in their territorial waters, which is also a lie. It happened in international waters. Hasan is lying for the Houthis like he's being paid. And honestly, at this point, is he?
I'm a propagandist.
Well, no.
For the record.
I'm not calling
I'm a
it that.
propagandist.
This is like a hostile. They're streaming this?
Yeah. They're flexing.
What?
Dude, they're flexing. They're just doing a terrorism, bro. And they're flexing, dude. They're just fucking, it's not that big of a deal. It's just a terrorism, bro. It's just fucking piracy. They had nothing to do with the Israel-Palestine conflict. It's just like, but it's cool, dude, because they're based. They're like Luffy, for real, though.
This is a 3-minute video of, what do you mean music video? When you say music video, I'm expecting like...
Here's another incident of Hasan enjoying some Houthi propaganda.
It's just so gross that he puts propaganda on screen and then just fucking eats while it plays, dude. He's just like, yeah, dude, so what that they're talking about killing everybody, bro? They're the good guys in my mind, bro. Let me just fucking shout out on some chow mein real quick. I'm gonna eat that pussy like shrimp fried rice and watch some propaganda.
How can they not agree with the Houthis when this is the kind of music video that they're coming out with? They got a beautiful voice, too. Yeah, Israel been real quiet since this dropped, dude. The fucking mixtape.
Oh, Hasan, my sweet, naive friend. You say that Jews don't sing and dance like that? Then what the fuck do you call this?
Oh my god. What the fuck?
That's right, bitch. What the fuck you stepping on our shit?
It's like the kids' Jewish choir. Bro's just like, fucking hold my beer. I got the kids' Jewish choir right here, Hasan, and they're not holding AKs.
Yeah, Israel been real quiet since this dropped, dude. The fucking mixtape. Got a beautiful voice on stream. Yes, brother. What do you mean? Excuse me. Of course I'm about to have a I'm a journalist, okay? This is journalism. It's so weird. It's so weird. Motherfuckers want journalism, and when I'm trying to do journalism, they go, "Why are you doing that?" Bro, you are going to get banned. I think it would be ridiculous to do that.
Hasan now has the opportunity to express his journalistic chops, to get his boots on the ground and show us just how good of a reporter he can be.
I'm doing journalism, chat. Does he know what One Piece is?
He's been watching it since he was a kid.
Bro, how the fuck could he call himself a journalist, bro? I'm a journalist. I ask the hardcore hitting questions. So, dude, do you watch fucking One Piece, bro? What's your opinion on the last season of Attack on Titan? Me, personally, I didn't like it. You didn't like the last season of Attack? I mean, I liked the last season of Attack on Titan. If you liked the last season of Attack on Titan, I want you to know that I'm 100% behind you no matter what. Oh, dude, One Piece, bro, One Piece. The fucking One Piece is real, dude. Let's go, dude. I'm cool with terrorism as long as they like One Piece, bro.
Hey!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes. Yes. We love you too, man. Big time. Yeah.
I love you. I love you so much.
We're big fans of the Yemeni music videos. You can tell them that. I want to ask him about the knife. The knives are sick. What's up with the knives? You know, the curved knives.
If one of those knives comes out in front of you, it's not going back until it has blood on it.
Oh,
just like One Piece, bro. When Luffy pulls out his sword, dude, and kills people who he doesn't agree with, bro. That's so fucking One Piece talk. Whoa!
Okay, my bad. Well, I mean, I think it's cool, though.
It's cool, dude. Yeah, you show him that knife and then just gut him like a pig, bro? That's fucking Lenny McTitty, bro. That's so sick, dude. How the fuck? Oh, dude. Love you. Much love.
That's so crazy. So they're just chilling with the captains? Like, I don't understand.
The crews on these ships, and they like win them over with their charm, and they make them hate America. And
they're so charming. They're like, oh, bro, they're like, you hate America too, right, bro? You fucking hate America. Oh, dude, we're just chilling, bro. We're just chilling. Sideways, upways, which way is the most intimidating? So you give me the answer I want you to give me. I want you to give me the right answer. So do I hold it above your head? Do you want me to? If you don't give me the answer I want, I'll put it in your mouth. Oh, we're just chilling though, just like friends, bro. No, dude, not. Dude.
Let's go for it.
That's so funny. I'm a journalist, okay? This is journalism. It's so weird. It's so, I mean, what? That's so great. They go, why are you doing that? What do you mean? I'm just chilling. We're just having we're just vibing. Yeah, we're just vibing. We're vibing big time.
Hasan uncritically interviewed this kid for about an hour. It was the most brazen display of disgusting terrorist propaganda that I have maybe ever seen in Western media.
I thought that guy refused to bow to the cartels, so he got killed. Could be wrong. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
What has happened to? Does he know what has happened to any of the crew?
But I do know. I had a friend one time who did a presentation on the cartel, and he would talk about that if your family member got kidnapped from the cartel, you would pay the cartel to kill them so they'd stop torturing them. So it doesn't the cartel doesn't play games, dude. They don't fuck around. They are one of the most awful groups out there, dude. I mean, all fucking organized crime organizations are bad. King Jeffy Coates coming out with a wild take. All crime organizations are bad. Terrorism, bad. Cartels, bad. The mafia, bad. Yakuza, bad. Wow, dude, I'm coming in with the real ones.
It was like, I heard they...
Hasan almost asked a good question, but it's actually leading to the most obscene part of this interview.
He's saying he hasn't spent much time with Chinese people, but one of the captain was Chinese, and he did clout with them, and he danced some music with them, and he was vibing, so he likes him, yeah.
So, I mean, what... That's so crazy. So they're just chilling with the captains? Like, I don't understand.
Ask yourself, why is he able to hang out with the captain and the crew of this pirated ship? Why would he even have access to that? Hasan knows why. Of course, he is a Houthi terrorist. Instead of challenging him and demanding more details about these kidnapped and missing people, he just runs defense for this guy, acting like he doesn't know why that would even happen.
He's saying that they win over the crews on these ships, and they like win them over with their charm, and they make them hate America and the U.S. government.
What Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
You guys all remember Luffy's flag, right? Now, I'm only halfway through that show, so maybe I just haven't come to it yet. But I do not remember Luffy's flag looking like this. Predictably, there was some blowback after this interview.
Yeah, no shit, dude. Every one of those captains that were fucking kidnapped were just sitting there at gunpoint, be like, we're gonna show you some of our music, bro. We're gonna dance. We're gonna dance. You better fucking dance. Pow, 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 pow. Dance, motherfucker. Dance. Pow, 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 pow. Israel, motherfucker, don't you speak it. That's basically what happened, dog. And Hasan's like, oh, bro, that's crazy, dude. That's so crazy. You held him at gunpoint and shit. That's fucking wild, dude. How, whoa, so crazy, dog.
And Hasan went immediately into damage control to rewrite history.
He said that he was just simply a Yemeni person and not a Houthi. Yeah, I mean, we don't even know if he's a Houthi or not.
Dude, this is typical fucking gaslighting, dude. And this is why I think Hasan's like one of the most disgusting political creators out there. Because he's willing to rewrite every single piece of history to make himself look fucking good. Like, it's just like, disgusting. It's disgusting. It's like, okay, so this guy's an actual terrorist. He was actually bad. You had him on your platform. You could have asked him questions, but instead you were like just fucking sitting there, just stroking his dick really slow, waiting for the juice to hit you in the face, bro. You're like, Luffy. You're like Luffy. Gross, dude.
Teenager in Yemen. The dude is neither a Houthi, nor a terrorist, nor a pirate. Understand why this problem can't be approached with nuance? Because he is a teenager in Yemen, dude.
Talk about the bigotry of low expectations. He's a kid in Yemen, dude. What do you expect? Of course he's going to want to put a pike through a Jew's asshole and through his mouth. That's just what kids in Yemen are like, man.
And also, what do you mean? It's just a person on a pike. There's no Jewish person on a pike on that photo.
Yeah. What do you mean, dude? What do you mean? It's just, he's trying to be edgy, bro. It's okay to be edgy sometimes. It's nothing to do with any Jewish people, except for the ones he's literally talking about right now. He's literally talking about fucking just, bro. Could you imagine, bro? Could you imagine somebody just fucking posting a picture like this and being like, yeah, dude, death to all Muslims. And you were like, that's bad, dude. That's gross. And I saw this. I'm like, yeah, man, that's gross, dude. You had a chance to like, if that dude would have been on your show and you didn't ask him about like telling questions like this, like, what do you think of like Jewish people, right? And he then says some fucking outlandish shit, and you're like, don't you think your anger's misplaced and you should be just mad at Zionists? And then he just goes into more fucking anti-Semitic bullshit. Then you're like, wow, dude, this guy's a bad guy. And you can literally blast him in your opportunity to blast him, but instead you glaze the fuck out of his cock. And then this dude went to saying crazy shit, and now you're sitting here having to pretend he didn't? Well, look, it's the fucking consequences of my own actions. Anybody that's this radicalized against a certain group of people, you shouldn't be around, whether it's people against Jewish people, people against Muslims, Christians. If there's people saying this fucking disgusting of shit, you should either not have them on there or then actually bring their ass to the fire and ask them good questions instead of glazing them, asking what their fucking favorite anime is. Crazy, bro. We're in wackadoodle world.
So unless I saw something different.
Hasan claims this isn't even a Jewish person on the pike. How exactly is a naked, piked person supposed to look like a Jew for you, Hasan? You know what? You're right. Let me make it a little clearer for you. First, he needs a bigger nose, right, Hasan? Of course, he needs a yarmulke, the curly things. Oh, look, Hasan, he dropped his dreidel. He must be Jewish for sure. Or, you know, you could just read what he wrote, you dumbass, liar, terrorist-loving, propagandist piece of shit.
This is why this entire conversation is fucking idiotic. It's not a Jewish person. He said this is, I think...
It's definitely a Jewish person. Zionist, even if they're not the Jewish people that are like, you like. If they're the big bad guys, because Zionists are the big bad guys, they're still Jewish, bro. They're still very Jewish. You're just you're upset because you spent like an hour and a half glazing the fuck out of this guy's balls, bro. He used to have hair on his balls until you sucked each one of those pubes into your fucking throat. And then instead of actually like doing any research, you just do exactly what I said, suck pubes into your throat because you're a clown.
Why am I held accountable for some random fucking 19-year-old in Yemen's tweets? What is happening? How many... Blow your nose, brother. Love you. Not trying to be mean. Just keep some tissue nearby and clear it out occasionally when needed. Much love. Fuck you, dude. My argument sucks? You think it justifies genocide? What are you, stupid? everything that can be tangentially turned into like Jewish people are under attack is a decent way to just like drive discourse away from open genocide in Gaza. If your sole focus when Israel
again, I want to highlight the fact that Hasan was completely cool with an Islamic genocide in fucking China. This is the guy right now who is covering using genocide as a shield from criticism while protecting the Muslims, while he previously pretended a genocide against Muslims was happening. Everybody out there who maybe clicked on my video because they're like, oh, King Jiffy Coates just hates Hasan, he has no point, it's like he hates Muslims or whatever, you could, any fucking stupid shit you can come up with. Hasan literally used to talk about the fact that a Muslim genocide wasn't happening in China because they were communists for some fucking reason. But now one is. And you're the bad guy because you're covering up for a genocide. You covered up for a fucking genocide, Hasan. You fucking idiot. Bro, you're willing to get on your knees, crawl over and say, yes, Daddy. Yes, Cece, please come in my eyes so I can't see the genocide happening to the Uyghurs. You're such a clown.
Is doing a complete genocide in Gaza. If your sole focus revolves around that people are saying you're a Zionist, yeah, go fucking yell at streamers for not covering sufficiently the nope. Got it.
How can you claim to actually care about this genocide when you're willing to so cynically exploit it to sidestep any criticism? What a bigot. Before we move on, Hasan has one final taste of it.
It's because he's a grifter, dude. All this shit is a grift. I don't understand how anybody could see him other than a grifter. He's just out there living his fucking best fucking life, buying all his shit, spending a ton of money, going to Disneyland. And then he comes out there, says exactly what he thinks his audience wants him to say because he opened up Reddit and Twitter and they were talking about this shit. He's like, okay, dude, I know what side to sit on. Now is when I support the Muslims. But before, let them die. I don't care. That's Hasan for you. That's Hasan. Now, if you think a lot of my rhetoric so far has been bad, just remember, I am just echoing what he said.
Idiocy for us all to enjoy.
Yeah. Now, this kid is like, I think he was like 19 at the time when I talked to him. Which means that for most of his life, he has withstood genocide, right? Like he is a person whose only experience is like, it's literally like talking to fucking Anne Frank, basically. Okay, being able to talk to Anne Frank in real.
The fucking pirate, kidnapping people and forcing them to chill. We're just chilling, bro. They dance with me, bro. Anytime I tell them to dance, they dance and they're crying the whole time for some reason. These captains are kind of pussies. Every time I'm like, dance for me, bitch, they start crying and talking about their family and shit. I don't get it. But that dude is Anne Frank. The chick that literally was hiding in fucking floorboards from the Nazis is Anne Frank. This is gross. What the fuck are we talking about here? The dude who's taking helicopters and pirating ships and doing all this awful shit, posting on his social media about like Jews getting piked to death. That dude's Anne fucking Frank. Gross.
Time.
To quote Anne Frank, I keep my ideals because in spite of everything, I still believe that people are really good at heart. Anne Frank continues to inspire generations of people because in the face of a genocide that eventually took her and her entire family's life, except for her dad, she refused to give in to hate, malice, and violence. And then there's this guy.
This guy's the same as I. This is gross. This is fucking. I don't even have a fucking joke here, dude. That's gross. I'm sorry, dude. This is fucking disgusting. This is absolutely disgusting. Like, fucking Anne Frank wished for the like, look at this. Look at this right here, dude. He just wants, like, them bombed off the fucking map. He's talking about Jews getting piked. Yeah, dude. Fucking Anne Frank, bro. It's really fucking Anne Frank, dude. They're basically the same, dog. Fucking gross, dude. Hasan, literally anybody else who would do this other than Hasan would get kicked off of fucking Twitch so fast. And like, I'm a firm believer in free speech. But like Like, dude, the hypocrisy at Twitch to allow shit like this to go freely on their platform while they'll ban anybody who has conservative beliefs. But they're okay with fucking terrorism. Like, this is one of the grossest comparisons of all time.
Would have killed Anne Frank if he ever met her.
You might think this is a sweet, innocent girl. Well, I'm happy to tell you guys we are working on a new edition just for you, Hasan. You should hear about the time she went roaming the streets of Berlin at night with a knife, slitting the throats of families, including children, babies, and the elderly. She's killed children, you guys. She even rapes people. She's just like Luffy. There is no other way to describe
it. It's so, I hate that Luffy gets thrown into this too. Now, this is where I'm gonna fucking nerd out. Luffy, his whole thing is being anti-government. Like, at all, dude, because there's a giant world government, and he's just living his life and doing things. He's always fighting for the good of people. He's fighting against the tyranny of this fucking weird one world government. He's fighting against it. This overreach of government. The government's gotten too big. It's taking over. Everyone has to kowtow to this giant government, and he's fighting against. Honestly, he's not even fighting against giant government. He's just living his fucking life, doing his thing, and then nothing can stand in his way because he's just chilling, bro. He's not out here finding like a group of people like, we should kill this entire group of people because the One Piece is real, and I also hate certain groups of people. I hate that Luffy got brought into this, dude, because I'm a big One Piece fan, and I think no matter what side of the aisle you sit on, you can find something in One Piece to agree with, and that you can find. Like, I don't like big government, never have liked big government, and I like the idea that in One Piece that it's like you're fighting against giant government. And if like the small political thing that I can get out of One Piece, not that I'm watching One Piece because of the fucking political nuances. I'm watching it so Luffy can stretch his arm and beat the fuck out of people. But the fact that you're using it to like prop up terrorists, gross.
Describe this then terrorist propaganda. Not only is he platforming terrorist propaganda, right, uncritically, he's participating in it. He's enhancing it. He is not just.
You have to remember something, okay? A lot of these dudes, you see them in their fucking fits, and you hear about like some of their attitudes about like gay people, for example, and you immediately fucking resort to Orientalist perspectives, not realizing that these motherfuckers are better read than you by a million. Okay? Like, it's not a broken clock situation. No, dude. Half of these dudes literally get educated in America and in the UK. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
The more you learn,
this is why it's Orientalist. To literally look at these dudes and go, oh no, they're fucking barbaric baboons, and like sometimes they get this shit right. No.
Keep in mind, he's talking about an actual fucking terrorist here, and the dude who literally was like, yeah, kill all gay people. But Hasan's defending him because right now it's politically expedient to defend him, and he knows he can manipulate his audience into believing what he says and not looking at it critically, because they have gone so far down that fucking left-wing pipeline that they don't find him egregious and disgusting.
Oh, dude, he knows.
Like, to be frank, I think anybody who just says that all gay people should die or whatever is bad. That's bad. Oh, wow, dude, Admin Gold Take, that's bad. Wow, dude, it's like, I can look at what the Middle East is doing with, like, I can say here that it's like, yeah, dude, I think I always was supportive of gay marriage, and I think gay people can do whatever they want. They're fucking adults. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. If you want to suck and fuck certain things, it's like, dude, if you want to be a furry or whatever, do whatever the fuck you want. But like, realize that this dude's also defending somebody who's willing to, that literally would have, like, if you're a Hasan fan and you're like gay, or I just saw half of Hasan's audience is like non-binary furries. If you're a non-binary fucking fantasy fox that listens to Hasan, just remember he supports people that would willingly get you killed, that would willingly toss you off a building in that country, because they're terrorists that have like hardcore fundamental beliefs in the fact that they do not like you. It's like the whole Gays for Palestine movement. Like, I get it, you feel bad for that group, but they don't like you, dude. The Middle East does not like gay people, dog. I'm sorry to break it to you. Like, it's not a fan. Most religion is not a fan of gay people. Like why would you support a cause that's like vehemently against you? It's weird. Just remember that all these people he's talking about want you dead. And I think that's gross. I think you should be able to live your best life if you're gay or whatever. But that's not what these people that he's talking about do.
Crazy. He's read more books than you could ever imagine. Knowledge. And also, ultimately, he is regarded as a pretty brilliant a person in terms of like everything that he's done. You might not agree with his methods. You might not agree with his attitude overall in terms of like,
Dude, just because somebody's well-read does not mean that every idea that they have is good. Lovecraft was an insanely well-read man who wrote really incredible stories about monsters. But throughout those stories, Lovecraft is like, dude, check out Cthulhu. I hate black people. Yo, is that Cthulhu? Poor white people are disgusting. Oh, is that Cthulhu? The Jews suck. Like, you can look at somebody like Lovecraft, be like, yeah, he had good ideas, but also all of this shit is bad. It's one of those clock strikes twice. He was exactly right. The clock that runs a second behind sometimes. But it's like the clock strikes. You can see ideas that are good, but you can also just realize that Lovecraft was not a good guy. He was raised in a toxic environment. He ended up writing a lot of toxic shit. Yeah, his ideas were pretty good, but they're fucking filled with a bunch of bullshit. They would have somebody like stepping the fuck back in the 1920s, and that's when he was around.
His opinions on civil liberties and shit like that.
Yeah, dude. Last week, Nasrallah had said, gay people, even if they do it once, are to be killed. They want you dead. And Hasan's fucking defending him right now.
But ultimately, this motherfucker has read a shit ton of books.
For TikTok and Twitter likes.
I'm a propagandist.
Or he's being paid, which, you know, we can't rule out. What a pathetic propagandist piece of shit liar he is. And now, let's move to Hamas, the catalyst for this entire thing. They're the ones that committed this horrible act of terrorism, one of the worst the world has ever seen, on October 7th. They are without a doubt the most extreme of all of these terrorist organizations. They are Islamic jihadists that want to convert all of Israel into an Islamic state under Sharia law. That's their stated goal. Hamas has been on the designated terrorist group pretty much as long as there's been a group. These guys have been suicide bombing civilians before ISIS leaders were even born. They fired 50,000 rockets into civilian populations and performed over 100 suicide bombings, killing thousands of civilians. Women are restricted from participating in the workplace and public life. Homosexuality is outlawed, and in some cases, of course, punishable by death. They steal foreign aid from the people of Gaza and repurpose it for military use, or they just sell it back to them. For example, why are all the Hamas leaders billionaires?
And let's be real, these guys clearly are not skipping any meals. While the people of Gaza languish in poverty, these fine gentlemen are living in multi-million-dollar penthouses in Qatar.
That lines up with leftist values, or, well, they were billionaires.
They're dead now.
They're all dead. They're killed, they're all dead. Hamas is a bunch of psychopathic terrorists of the worst order. And nobody would be crazy enough to defend them.
Dude, but Hamas Hasan hands, he's like, hold my fucking beer, bro. Let me get on some cocks of it. He's like, dude, let me drain some terrorist semen into my belly. Belly full of terrorist semen, yes I do. They want to say, please stop us, son, we're not gay. He's like, please let me be gay for you. I will suck that terrorist dick. I will suck that terrorist dick.
Now, is this Islam again? Hasan defended Hamas? Seriously? Okay. We had to make last-minute changes to this part to prevent it from being age-restricted on YouTube. I cut out the footage from Hamas, and I will attempt to narrate it for you as best I can. In this scene, an older woman is walking hand in hand with a girl who looks about 12. And as they're getting in the back of the van, one of the terrorists gives them a wave goodbye and says goodbye to them in English.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
And the two of them smiling wave back.
That's crazy, dog. Dude. Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. That actually, okay, that's too much. That's too much. That's more than I expect. Bro, every time they're releasing hostages, the next wave, they're going to be like, actually, I'm good. Like, I'm staying.
These hostages are being...
Why are you such a monster, bro? Why are you a fucking demon, dude?
released at gunpoint by the people who likely murdered their family in front of them before kidnapping them. Hasan peddling this narrative that they're sad to leave their captors is beyond disgusting.
The next wave, they're going to be like, actually, I'm good.
It's plainly obvious these are traumatized victims who are scared for their life and doing what the terrorists are telling them to do in order to avoid any conflict on the way out. Oh, look at the sweet masked terrorist with his AK-47. He's so nice. Did you guys see how he waves goodbye?
Okay, I'm going to be honest. This is some crazy PR. They look traumatized as fuck. Wait, what? Bro,
dude, they were held fucking hostage by terrorists. Of course they look fucking traumatized, but you're over here like, nah, dude, this was like going to Disneyland, bro. This is like her first time hanging out in like Hamas land, dude. Not Hamas land, but fucking, they're hanging out in Houthi land, bro. They're hanging out in Houthi land, bro. Dude, have you not seen the ice fucking roller coaster? The ISIS roller coaster, dude. The ISIS roller coaster goes hard, bro. I don't think you understand, bro. It's powered by C4, dude. Probably 5 of her family died. It's not a big deal, bro. But she had so much fun on that roller coaster, dog.
Look like they're chilling.
This girl who had her foot blasted off on October 7th and then operated on without anesthesia or painkillers is so sorry to say goodbye to her captors. She's gonna miss their hospitality, like being raped and being watched showering and changing.
The next wave, they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good. Like I'm saying.
So
dude, that's what I'm saying, dude. This is what happens, and like when people like talk about like Kanye, because Kanye is going on another fucking tear on Twitter, being like super fucked up about Hitler again. This is what happens. Like Kanye watching Nick Fuentes and hanging out with Nick Fuentes literally turned him into a demon, and anybody who fucking watches Hasan will turn into that same fucking monster, just left-wing version. You are the left-wing fucking Nick Fuentes, and anybody who thinks that like Hasan is chill, dude, Hasan's fine, dude. No, this is disgusting. This is disgusting. Oh, dude, she's not sad. They waved by, dude. They were like chilling. They were like, oh, dude, we were friends. Remember the ISIS roller coaster? Well, it was such a good time. No, she was fucking probably traumatized, bro.
Obvious the terrorists are telling them what to do. Ethan, how can you say that? They look so happy.
Fucking keep waving, bro.
Keep waving. These morons forgot to cut out this part. Yes, that's a terrorist giving them an order to keep waving. And she does. See how fast she reacts? Totally not a fearful victim of terroristic kidnapping. Anyone peddling this nonsense should be embarrassed and ashamed. How pathetic can you get?
The next wave, they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good. Bro, they look like they're chilling.
All right, the Houthis is one thing, but he's not going to turn on Hamas propaganda videos and watch it on stream. There's no way.
Hasan Piker over here, bro. This is disgusting.
Okay, it's getting hard to defend him. Freedom fighters, musical shit.
Here is a video that came out of how Hamas produces their own motherfucking sniper rifles.
He can hardly contain his admiration for them.
Produces their own motherfucking sniper rifles.
Let's see how long he can go without offering any commentary or analysis on this Hamas hype video.
He's done it again. We love you.
We will continue killing your soldiers by our locally manufactured snipers. Wow, there's a little message for the Americans out there as well.
I don't even know what to say about that, dude. Like, oh yeah, dude, fuck the Americans. I hope they get shot by the Hamas snipers too, dude. Dude, you saw they can make their own sniper rifles, and be wary, Americans. Fuck you, dude. You're disgusting, bro. Fucking if you hate it so much. I don't like that if you hate it so much you should leave shit, but obviously Hasan wants to see America burn, and if he hates it so much, he's got the money, he can live anywhere. Go find a place and live there, dude. You're a disgusting human being, and I don't understand why anybody likes you. You're a fucking foul human being.
They're saying like artisanal snipers. So why am I showing you this?
Good question. Why are you showing us 2 minutes of uninterrupted Hamas propaganda? I'm sure he has a good answer.
The reason why I'm showing you this is because one thing that the Israeli maintenance of the apartheid has shown us is that there are no half measures on genocide. You either got to hit the full gen, okay? You can't You can't do half genocide, a little bit of displacement, and then continue maintaining an apartheid state and maintaining an occupation. Okay? Which is basically what America did back in the day when, you know, we were building America, Manifest Destiny, right?
Hold on. You showed this to us because of Manifest Destiny? What the fuck are you talking about? This is just word salad. I mean, he's really saying nothing here. So he has no good reason. Got it. Okay, fine. He likes Hamas. He watches their propaganda. But he's not going to deny the violent rapes that took place. That is way beyond the pale.
There is one instance in captivity that we have actually gotten verifiable evidence on.
One is too many fucking times. I don't care. There's no defense. One is too many times. One is too many times, Hasan. If I find out that there's like a group that's like just got people in captivity and one of them gets fucking Bill Cosby'd, that is too many Bill Cosbys. They are not somebody I'm going to agree with in any fashion. I'm sorry, dude. It's not that complicated. Anybody that engages in that type of shit should be fucking gulagged. They are the bad guy. They are not good.
Beyond that, the systematized mass rapes that Hamas dealt on October 7, not a single bit of that has been verified. And people still run with it over and over and over again.
Violence. The deadliest day for the Jewish people.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much. So
This is somebody people actually watch. This is somebody people actually fucking watch. While I sit here and I grind content trying to fucking be relevant, and I try to like keep a perspective open, keep open-minded. There's people out here that are this fucking disgusting. How do people fucking watch this guy? How is he on one of the most ban-happy platforms? Just chill. He's a fucking rape apologist. That's disgusting. That is such vulgar behavior. You are an evil person, Hasan. You are a bad person. You are super fucking bad. You're a monster, dude. Dude. His audience must be just sitting there just waiting for him to be like, he's just waiting for them to just milking, just milking. I'm here for you, audience. Your opinions are valid. That's all. I don't understand. Like, are they just as brainwashed? Are they fucking idiots too? Like, at this point, if you're a Hasan fan and you're watching this, you're a fucking idiot. I'm not saying that there's no chance for you to become better. Like, just realize that you're watching somebody who's a disgusting individual. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's the other part of this problem that many people can't contend with. Like,
I can't believe how quickly leftists go from believe all women to pics or it didn't happen. The vast majority of people, if not all, who were raped were murdered on the spot.
Like, that's the thing. Like, here's the thing about the believe all women thing. I can understand having questions about something. Like, okay, there was an accusation, right? There's an accusation against, like, a famous person or in general. You then, it then goes to a court of law. You find out that one of them lied. And you're like, oh, well, she lied. Whatever. Like, and I feel bad for the guy who had to go through all that, right? Yeah, dude, that it's like, not women lie sometimes, men lie sometimes, it happens. But to find out that it's actually happening, it's like if you found out that it's like fucking like Epstein or Diddy, for example. Epstein's like been proven. You find out, you're still saying that Epstein did nothing wrong after it's been proven categorically that there was shit going on in Epstein's island. It was bad. There was a lot of fucking bad shit going on in Epstein's island. It was proved categorically right. And you're like, I don't care about all that. Who cares, dude? Who cares, dude? It's not that big of a deal. That's gross, dude. That's so fucking foul. Why? Why would you be like that? It's like anybody who like would walk, if somebody walked up to me like, hey, EDP 445 isn't that bad of a guy. Well, he got caught twice trying to meet up with a kid. Yeah, but that doesn't change my opinion on him. Like, yeah, he's a bad fucking guy. It's like when I watch like movies and I see Bill Cosby in it, I'm like, dude, that guy's like, I like the movie, but Bill Cosby's a sick fuck. It changes my opinion on him as a person. The fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, these are real people you're fucking, like, you're pretending didn't get hurt because you want to further your opinions.
Obviously.
Gam Goldstein Almog was kidnapped from her home on October 7th by Hamas terrorists and was held captive for 51 days. Though only 17 years old, she witnessed the murder of her father and sister on that day and is now speaking out about what she witnessed in Gaza as well in a new documentary by Sheryl Sandberg, Screams Before Silence. In new footage, Agam reveals that sexual assault and rape was a regular component of the life as a hostage in Gaza.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
Hasan, maybe you would like to call her a liar. Please, go right ahead.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
There are dozens of testimonies from witnesses, most of who were in hiding and heard or saw it happen. And each week, there's more stories coming out. There's a UN report that concludes it happened.
Doesn't matter.
But Hasan needs a rape kit from a mutilated body. It's so vile to deny the suffering and trauma of the victims just because you need your heroes at Hamas to be perfect. This conflict will never end until people realize that Palestinian liberation and Israeli security are not mutually exclusive. You need both, and it can be done, but not while people like Hasan lie, propagandize, and incite hate. It's people like him, ironically, that prolong the conflict indefinitely.
Dude, it's just so fucking gross. It's just so fucking gross. Anybody who could support shit like this is disgusting. You're disgusting. You're a fucking foul human being. You're the fucking worst. Like, I don't know how... I don't even know what to say, dude. I'm just gonna skip to the next part because this is so, too fucking gross for me, dude. This whole next part's just about him and how Twitch sucks his fucking cock, and the dude's a fucking weirdo who runs Twitch. Let's skip to Frogan, dude. She's just...
So what's the big deal with Dan Clancy? Well, what happened next is what really made me realize how corrupted and rotten Twitch is to the very core of the organization. First, let me introduce you to Frogan.
Why don't you go take a trip to Home Depot and buy some rope?
She's one of Hasan's main moderators. She's leading great discourse like Ethan's Islamophobic for saying, don't kill civilians. She has zero talent. She has 100 concurrent viewers, but somehow she's always on.
I hate people like this that literally get put in a slot and people just fucking people in the industry, right? They're like, oh, she's great, she's great. Same thing happened with like the Hawk Tuah girl, where it's like we got to shove her in. Not obviously the Hawk Tuah girl is nowhere near as bad as Frogan. She's just trying. The Hawk Tuah girl is just trying to fucking monetize her 1 moment or 5 minutes of fame. But you look at fucking Ludwig and Hasan and all these fucking people sitting in their Twitch circle jerk. They find somebody that Hasan likes and then they try to boost them. Nobody fucking likes them, but they'll keep fucking pushing her on you until you have to agree that she's great when she's a fucking horrible person too.
On the homepage, she's winning awards. Nobody's watching her. Nobody cares. Why is she relevant? We don't.
And that's another reason why these awards are bullshit, dude. You will never see me going to a fucking, like, creator thing or anything because I have no reason being there. I have no need to go to any of these shits because I know that they're bullshit. I know that they're circle jerks. Oh, networking. Yeah, dude, like, I really give a fuck. I would rather stay home, fucking stream for my audience, and hang out with my kid afterwards than go to any of these fucking circle jerks where I know it's all bullshit and people just win awards because they're friends with the right people. I mean, we see it in the Grammys, we see it in the fucking Oscars all the time, that it's just bullshit, circle jerking bullshit.
No. It's important for me to show you guys what an actual horrible person Frogan is so that you can see who Twitch is elevating. So let's start with this clip. Ludwig, a large streamer on Twitch, donated $10,000 to the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. That's a wonderful thing to do, right? No, not good enough for Frogan.
I find ultimately, like, if I were to do a charity thing where the charity thing relies on your donations, it should be something where, like, 95% of people feel good and are down for it. And, like, ultimately, regardless of what you think, that is not the situation here. So I personally donated $10K.
Yeah, dude. Good. I mean, here's the thing. I don't ever expect my audience to donate to shit that I donate to. I matter of fact, probably won't even talk about it. I probably won't even bring it up because I donated it to it. Why the fuck do I need to virtue signal it? He's doing this as a virtue signal. which is kind of cringe to begin with. He's like, I did this, so you should probably do this because you're my audience, but I'm not going to make you do it. And it's still kind of cringe, but like at the same time, he is donating to children. Like, that's good. Like, we should care about kids. It's not kids' fault that the world's fucked. But like, also, fuck Ludwig for always riding Hasan's cock. I just wanted to get that out there. Ludwig is a fucking clown for always backing Hasan, and he will literally bend the knee and gulp whatever cum that needs to be gulped in order to make Hasan stay his friend.
Because I think it is worthwhile. And if you guys got some extra bread, I would recommend you donate. But I won't throw it on you, you know what I mean?
See, this is that fucking, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not saying you're a bad person if you don't do it, but you should do it. This is fucking, I hate virtue signaling shit like this.
No thanks. And some people are gonna say that, you know what I mean? That's why it's the difference.
This is a cracker take.
Difference between like, hey, I can put my money where my mouth is, but I don't need to put your money there. I don't need to enter a fucking debate about whether that's worthwhile.
Take. I know Arabs are dying, but you know.
Yo, dude, I know it's Arabs, but like Muslims, like it's either they're either saying Arabs or Muslims. It's like, oh, you guys are all like, you're fucking suck a Hasan's dick 24/7s, but he was super cool with Muslims dying in China. Super cool with the Uyghurs dying. Just remember that, guys. I want this to be the fucking forefront of what my video is about. That Hasan was cool with it, like Muslims dying when it was a communist country doing it. Which I don't think is cool to kill any Muslims. I don't think it's cool to kill any Jewish people. But these guys are completely fine with the right genocide on the right people. Now, I don't know if Frogan's ever said that it's okay that the Uyghurs die, but I know Hasan does, and I know she fucking sucks Hasan harder than anybody can suck Hasan.
I'm not gonna tell you to donate. Do whatever you want. Me, I donated $10,000, but I'm not gonna promote it. Just don't say you donated $10,000 then. Look, if you're not actively believing, if you don't believe in the cause, and if you're not against genocide at this point, like, keep your fucking money. Keep your $10,000.
Dude, he's obviously on your fucking side, bro. He's virtue signaling to his audience to try to, like, guilt them into doing it without saying he's guilting them into doing it. He's doing a virtue signal for your side, and you're being a bitch about it. You're being a fucking, why you have tip emergency rent. Tip emergency rent down at the bottom of the screen.
Little chump change, like, what do you want? Do you want me to say, like, congratulations?
Imagine being Frogan, a leftist living in LA in comfort, begging for her rent money on stream, and telling displaced and
Not pre-watch, I'm just saying, that's literally what, she has a fucking hypocrisy meter on the bottom of her fucking screen. What a clown.
Famished Palestinian children. No, kids, you need to give that 10,000 back. Ludwig didn't pass my purity test.
Keep your fucking money.
But wait, there's more.
I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers. Distress, thank you so much. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers.
Disgusting. Disgusting. Dude, there's so many soldiers fucking dealing with depression. There's homeless people on the street that are veterans that can't, like, that have a fucking shell shock and shit. And you're sitting here with your fucking, people like to throw privilege all around. You're sitting here with your fucking privilege of, not going into war or whatever, while you have a fucking Cardi does my makeup meter saying that I don't care if you have PTSD. What a fucking clown, bro. What the fuck do? You sit at a chair and fucking spit. I do the same thing, and I'm not sitting here, like, telling all soldiers that they have fucking, that they're pussies and they deserved it. Stop being a pussy, dude. Oh, you're shell-shocked? Quit being a bitch. No, that's fucked. I can't understand what they went through. I don't get it, because I haven't been through it myself. It's gross that you would say this.
U.S. military? Who fucking who? I hope you get PTSD. Oh my god,
Bitch, I hope you fucking never hit any of these goals and you stay consistently broke and you have to move out of your bougie apartment in LA. I hope you lose all. I hope you never make money and then people drop you like fucking flies and you wash out in obscurity like you deserve to. Oh, that was evil. That was so mean. dude, I didn't fucking say that she deserved, like, I didn't say that soldiers deserve PTSD. So to say that she should, like, not have an audience, which I don't think she should, because, like, anybody who's, like, supporting somebody who says shit like that, you're just as bad as her. I
want my fucking Camaro, no student loans.
Like, what world am I living at where these people are not the crazy people? Where they're not the bad guys? Like, I think it's easy to say, like, oh, yeah, Steven Crowder was fucking a cringe for being that much of a dick to his wife. Boom. That was easy for me. Like, I used to watch Steven Crowder, and it's 100% when I saw that shit with his wife, I said, that's fucking douchey. Boom. That was good. Like, how can you look at something like this vehemently awful, and defend it in any way? I can't look at anything that Hasan has said previously in this video and say, that's fucking okay, because it's not. Like, how the fuck are we in a society now that finds this okay? It's not, dude. It's not, dude. It's not cool to, like, wish horrible things upon people or to pretend that horrible things are okay like these two fucking clowns have done. I'm usually the cum and tits joke guy. But I don't have anything other than her fucking weird dinosaur claws, and she just clicks them like, you're stupid, you're stupid. I have spiders for hands. I hope you get PTSD. I can't wipe without sticking a fingernail up my asshole. That's about all I got, dude. That's the only joke I got. I'm sorry, dude. These guys are fucking egregious.
Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
This clip obviously made the rounds on social media and rightfully outraged a lot of people. Here's how she responded the next day.
I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America. And they posted it in my head. I'm like, base? Based? Like, am I supposed to be like, I'm not walking back on it. I still fucking agree with it. Based.
She walked this back, by the way. She walked it back. She had a whole Twitter apology after, literally the same day she posted this, she fucking walked it back because she got so much backlash, and I think she got a temporary ban because of how fucking horrible she was being. Which, good. Like, if you're gonna have these policies, right? You're gonna have these policies that are supposed to protect people. We gotta protect people, right? We freedom of speech is bad. We gotta protect people, hate speech and whatever. And then you don't ban people, and Twitch bans like everybody. You don't ban people that are doing it on the other side. That's fucked. It should go both ways. If you're gonna have the policy, it should go both ways. But people like this are protected, and it's gross. Like, I think that it's okay that she said this, not that it's okay she said it. I think it's gross that she said it, but I think she has the right to say it through freedom of speech. And I will die on the hill that I think all of these people that they've said this shit, they had the right to say it. It doesn't mean that it's good by any means. I think it's gross, but I think they have the right to say it. I think that we should, but somebody who vehemently disagrees with them should be able to say it too. But on Twitch, those are the people that get kicked off the platform. Not the people that are saying this awful shit. But if somebody else says that they're fucking bad and then they go in like destroy them using like logic, because none of what she said has any bound or any reality or fucking logic behind it, they end up getting thrown off the platform because Twitch fucking sucks off all these fucking weirdos.
The smug defiance Frogan is showing is only because she knows that Twitch will do nothing to moderate her, despite veterans being classified as a protected group in Twitch's own community guidelines. But wait, there's more!
Okay, 6250, 9/11 baking stream with Raf and Capri. If we get to this goal by 9/11, Capri, Raf, and I will make the Twin Towers out of a stacked cake, and we'll make an airplane, and we'll recreate 9/11.
Like, here's the thing. If they weren't so gross about everything and not doing it as a hate America thing, and it was just like for the 9/11 memes, bro, I'm fucking laughing. It's funny. That's funny, dude. It's funny, like 9/11. I find 9/11 jokes funny. I know that it's a serious tragedy, but I got a fucking twisted sense of humor. But they're doing it just like there's no humor behind it. They're doing it to be vicious, and that's where it's not a joke anymore. You're doing it to be mean, and that's like mean-spirited jokes and shit. Like I get them. It's still gonna be funny. Like the idea is funny, but like it's. You're losing. There's no funniness to it because usually the funniness of a 9/11 joke is the sheer fucking randomness of it, the sheer fucking over the topness of it. It's like, whoa, dude, like the window washing memes or whatever. It's always like there's a joke to be made. There's always jokes about whatever tragedy, but you're doing it just to say fuck America, and it's just like you have this fucking smugness about it that it's not a joke anymore. You're just being mean. There's no ha here. It's just you're gross. I don't. And the whole audience is just like the same way, dude.
This tweet was the final straw for me. You'll notice the date is October 7th, 2023,
the morning of the massacre, at 5:30 a.m. Pacific time. At this moment, Hamas militants had infiltrated a music festival and several kibbutzim, where they began their wanton slaying of civilians. Here's what she tweeted.
Leftists preach and foam at the mouth at the thought of a revolution happening in America. But as soon as it happens in the Middle East, what they're doing is wrong. It's not what she said, it's when she said it. While she's on Twitter celebrating, I was listening to the local news in Israel. Families were calling into news stations begging for help. Let me show you what I mean.
Jesus, bro. We're gonna get into it, dude. Hold on a second, Jesus. This is just I
Down, man. In fact, you were never up. That was the problem. They tried to pretend like you were up, but you were always down. Rising star twice. What's this, fucking Mario Kart? You hit a boost up there or some shit?
Dude, okay, so actually I did see online that she got some backlash from, or Ethan got some backlash from this because he got the wrong dates, but I think she still won, like 2020 and 2021, she was nominated for New Creator. Like, if you're still nominated twice, I think she won once, or won twice. I don't know how many times she won, but still the fact that she got nominated twice for Best Upcoming Streamer is fucking insane. How can you be upcoming twice? And then like this is gross.
Is who can say Habibi?
Like
an Arabic word of affection.
Yeah, dude, Habibi is a word of affection, and Habibti is when it's for girls. Habibi is like when you're saying it to a boy, and Habibti, or no, Habibti is something different. It's hold on a second. Habibi is my love, and then Habibti is my life. Okay, so I was right. And then what's the other one is my life? Hayati. Habibi is for sorry, I had to ask my wife because she speaks Arabic, so I actually I know a little bit. I know Shachin is knife. I'm really good at that one, dude. Shachin. I know fucking Hachin. Or Shachin. Dude, it even sounds like knife, dude. Shachin. Anyways, but Habibi is like if you're looking at like a boy, you're like Habibi. That's like the girl's version for it. Habibti is when you're saying it to a girl. Like I would say Habibti to my daughter, right? And then Hayati is my life. And then I don't know the male version of that one. But that's the thing about like Arabic language and even Spanish and a lot of they're very gender related things. But I think like fucking making a tier list like this, a racist tier list, is gross. Like, ask permission. Yeah, fuck you, dude. I'm not asking you permission to say shit. They probably would put me on like Love Samba or Love Sabra. They probably put me on that, even though I've probably spent more time in the Middle East than these fucking clowns.
Affection like baby or sweetheart. And this tier list determines who can say it. Top and most desirable tier is Arab. And at the bottom, the worst one is, quote,
dude, if you make a tier list where you're like, oh, Arabs are the best, Jews are the worst, you are a bad person. That's somebody coming from somebody who literally has a wife that's Arab, right? I'm not, like, I wouldn't, like, say, oh, my wife's the best, bro, but anybody I know that's Jewish, dude, they're gross. It's gross. No, dude, that's fucked. You shouldn't make a list on, like, what race is the best. That's fucking racist. Am I crazy? Am I living in fucking wackadoodle land? Am I fucking, like, coming in my own mouth right now? What is this? What kind of fucking racism is this?
Loves Sabra. Now, why does Loves Sabra equate to Jews? Sabra is a well-known Israeli company that makes hummus. They've been on the divestment list for many, many years, so the activists are well aware of their status. Oh yeah, and Sabra literally means a Jew that was born in Israel.
It also plays up an anti-Semitic trope that denies Jewish identity in the Middle East. There's this idea that Israelis are all white colonizers who are stealing the culture and identity of Arabs to make it seem like they belong there. Watch Frogan and her co-hosts accuse Israelis of culturally appropriating Arab culture.
The one, bro, they literally, like, there was a bunch of Jewish people in a bunch of different Muslim countries. They were kicked out. They went to Israel. And so obviously they're still going to have the culture and move, but they're just not going to have the same religious beliefs. Like, am I fucking, like, is it like 0.1, like, connect the motherfucking dots, paint by number, motherfucker. It's not that hard.
One thing that's, like, funny is that there's two types of, like, genocide, right? There's, like, genocide of real people, and then there's, like, cultural genocide, right? Like, this is fucking funny. But, like, those
What? No, there's real genocide. And then fucking first world we need problems genocide, which is what you're talking about. Real genocide is bad. Whatever this other thing you're talking about is fucking stupid. It's like, one, people are dying. That's not good. Death, mad cringe, dog. And then whatever the other thing you're talking about, retarded.
Motherfuckers trying to take hummus and say it's Israeli is the most insane thing to me.
Dude, the fact that they have the audacity to create Sabra and make that like the staple hummus of America, insane.
It's super offensive to us. And like that's actual like cultural appropriation. Like people get mad when someone has like dreadlocks and they call that culture.
By the way, the dreadlocks thing is fucking stupid, dude. The dreadlocks thing is so dumb because there's so many cultures that have dreadlocks that it's not just a one culture thing. I know that people are gonna watch this about, oh, you're racist or whatever. I don't fucking care. Obviously, I have been less racist than everybody else that's been highlighted in this thing because I believe that everybody's created equal and they can fucking kill it if they care. Like, if you're a good person, dude, you should be able to kill it, dude. And obviously, even if you're a terrible person, you can get an audience like Hasan has. So I don't think you should judge anybody on their race, but I've been watching some of the most racist shit for the last hour and I can't even like comprehend it.
I'm like, come on, it's just like a hairdo. Like, it's okay. People, like, white people are allowed to have dreadlocks if they want dreadlocks, but like actually trying to claim our food, our desserts.
Just one question for you guys.
Who the fuck do you think is making the hummus in Israel? Martha Stewart? No, it's the same fucking Arabic-speaking Jews that you kicked out in the 1950s. Yes, they also like hummus, and they like all the same shit you do. Because they are you. They're from your country. You kicked them all out, and now you're accusing them of stealing your culture. You want to talk about cultural genocide? Well, here it is. You racist piece of shit.
Those motherfuckers trying to take hummus and say it's Israeli is the most insane thing to me.
Hey, scumbag, here's a hummus place we used to eat at. The chef is from Yemen. Here's another dude from Syria. Does this dude look like a white colonizer to you? Would you like to tell him he's stealing your culture? Well, this is what most Israelis look like.
Dude, the fact that they have the audacity.
Let's be real.
It also doesn't help their case that both my wife and Ben Shapiro's wife were born in Israel, which would make them Sabras. So Loves Sabra literally.
I actually had somebody comment on my Ben Shapiro video that the reason I was mad at him was because I'm Muslim. And it's like, that is the stupidest fucking thing ever. Way to just stoke fucking weird wars. I remember I was giving Ben Shapiro shit. I made a video called Ben Shapiro should delete his channel, right? And I don't think Ben Shapiro should really delete his channel. It's all fucking fun and games. I'm making fun of his shit ass Batman take. Because it was shit. The Batman take was shit. It's like he watched the movie with his eyes closed. But I have no problem like with anybody, dude. I think that sometimes Ben Shapiro has some pretty good political views. Sometimes I agree with him, and like I've had my problems with Ethan Klein for a very long time. And in this video, I haven't had many issues, but I do think that he glazes over the fact that he was so busy trying to be a leftist that he wasn't looking at the red flags in the mirror with Hasan. And a lot of this is all brought on to him by himself, and he should have dropped this video a year ago. Now, I think it's fucked up to take any group and then make them the villain, like what has been done with both Ben Shapiro and Ethan here because of the whole conflict going on. You should not make people villains just because of their religion, their orientation with sexual orientation. You shouldn't like go out there and be like, oh, because you're a liberal, because you're a Republican, you're bad. Like, those are all fucking stupid to me. You shouldn't hate people based on nothing, dude. It's garbage. It's just hate to hate, and I hate people that hate. Like, plain and simple. The only person you should hate is Hasan because he sucks, and obviously he's an evil man.
This case means Jew lover. That sounds pretty right.
But no, what I was saying is like everybody, this guy like commented on my thing, ignored everything I had said in that video, and then just was like, you just hate Ben Shapiro because he's Jewish. No, dude, I love the Jewish people. Like, I think that like the Jewish people, like any people, have had really great and really bad people. Every group has the worst and the best. There's not a single group you can point to that says no one in their group has ever done anything bad. Because you shouldn't look at people as groups like this. That's racist to look at them. You look at people as people. It doesn't matter what group they belong to. They're people. Some people are good. Some people are bad. Plain and simple. You should not lump people into categories.
Racist. And what about the title? How Arab are these Twitch streamers? Hold on a minute. I thought this was about hummus. You know, I'm tired of these people gaslighting me. Haven't the Jews been gassed enough? So you're telling me you understand what a microaggression is, but you can't understand why a Jewish man might be uncomfortable with this. I feel like this is indefensible, blatant, obvious anti-Semitism, and this was greenlit by Twitch to appear on their main stage. How is that even possible? Right in front of their sponsors too. Chevron, Capcom, and Samsung. This racial tier list was brought to you by our sponsors, Chevron, Capcom, and Samsung. This is an example of Twitch management elevating a racist nobody like Frogan at the detriment of their own company's well-being. Why?
After the predictable controversy this caused, Dan Clancy, the CEO, went live for the first time after 2 weeks and did an FAQ.
It's exciting to be here. Mary, thanks for having me. It's always a joy to do this with you. And we have a lot to talk about. And, looking forward to questions.
Let's take a look at some of the questions they got. This person asked, do you plan on addressing the anti-Semitism problem? Dan's response, permanent ban. Why do you not ban streamers that show terrorist propaganda on your website? Good question. Permanent ban. Do you care to comment about the...
See, this is exactly what I said earlier, dude. They will ban anybody that has an opposing belief to them. And that's wrong. That's literally, like, I hate when people who are like, oh, dude, there's fascism going on, dude. It's the fascists, bro. And the right does this too, where they call the left fascist. And it's like, if you are sitting here banning everyone who has a dissenting belief with you, that is the idea behind fascism. I don't understand how you can't, like, anybody who disagrees with you, they should be silenced. There should only be people I agree with who ask me questions. That's fucking fascist behavior, dog. I hate to tell you this. You guys act like you're all anti-fascist, but this looks mad fascist to me, dog.
ADL and anti-Semitism on Twitch. Ban.
Why the fuck is the CEO banning people for asking reasonable questions about a relevant controversy they've been in? What the fuck is this? These are not even written like in a mean way. You are banned, just like the entire country of Israel. It had just been discovered around the same time as this Arab tier list that Twitch had secretly, without announcing it anywhere, banned the entire country of Israel from creating new accounts. This was enacted right after October 7th.
Dude, you ban an entire nation right after October 7th. That's racist as fuck, dude. Like, obviously, that, like, you took an entire place, said, nah, you're not allowed to talk. You're not allowed to defend yourself. You're the bad guys. You're not allowed to have a platform. So gross, dude. Like, anybody that disagrees with you, gone. Get the fuck out of here.
And it continued on for a year. And if you're wondering how you didn't hear about it before, it's not because the Israelis weren't talking. Here's the top Israeli streamer's video about it.
Which is entitled, Twitch does not want Jews on their platform. He explains that they slowly started to realize no accounts could be made, and him and his fellow Israeli streamers were causing a lot of noise to get noticed. But Twitch completely ignored them for 5 months. When he created a support ticket with Twitch, it was straight up deleted with zero explanation. Around the end of the year, when people started talking about anti-Semitism on Twitch, Dan Saltman discovered the Israel ban when he was sent the code proving the block happened, presumably from someone who works at Twitch. And it could
This is where I have problems with these platforms, dude. You're just gonna ban anybody who has any sort of, like, disagree? Oh, well, you live in a certain region that we don't like. We don't like, which... Why? Why don't you like them? Well, they're all Jewish, so we gotta ban them. That's called racism. The more you know.
No longer be ignored. Israeli and American media started to pick up the story, which finally forced Twitch to respond. He also explains the block started on October 13th, which happens to be Global Jihad Day, when Islamic terrorists call on others globally to act, which he thinks is an odd coincidence. They were never notified in any way, and it greatly affected their business. He says he doesn't feel safe with them.
And this is why I have so many problems with these platforms that sit under the protection of Section 230 that are supposed to uphold the Constitution, and they're supposed to fight back against shit like this. But instead they're willfully taking down people who disagree with them. And this is a problem. This is how you radicalize people, is if the company and all the people that talk on them, the only people allowed to speak is the people that agree with you. You will create radicalization. And that's what we've seen on a lot of these different social media platforms, where they, for a long time, weren't held up to the same standards of the Constitution, where we're supposed to have freedom of speech. Instead, they're over here just saying, like, oh, well, you have opinion that we don't like, so you're banned. We're banning you. We're banning your entire country. We don't like you. We don't like that you have opinions. When they get protections from the Constitution to not do this, they need to be held accountable. If you're going to allow one opinion, you have to allow the other.
Clancy in power, as he feels he can no longer trust him.
When Israelis try to sign up, it gives you a generic error message. It doesn't say anything that suggests that you're ineligible because you're in Israel. So when one of these guys wrote to Twitch customer service, this is what they said. I am really sorry that you are having issues creating an account. We have reviewed your case thoroughly and can confirm that, unfortunately, you are not eligible to create.
Basically, well, I'm going to read you what this says in Twitch. You are a Zionist pig dog. You're a disgusting piece of shit. We hate you, and you guys suck. Do not go near our platform because we think you should all die. Okay, that's being hyperbolic. Obviously, I'm being hyperbolic. But the fact that you're saying an entire country isn't allowed to, like, stream and have any sort of, like, what if they're not even political, dog? You're just banning them because they're a part of a certain group of people? That sounds fucking wrong to me.
A Twitch account. As a result, we will be closing your case at this time.
Under the new increased scrutiny, Dan Clancy panicked and posted 2 terrible explanations on Twitter that were immediately community noted.
I fucking love the community notes. I think that I think all platforms should have this. I really do. I think all platforms should have this. I want to make a video where I shit on things and then and then I get community noted. Like, if I get something wrong, I would like to see community note by, like, my community, or not in my community, by any community saying, this is not true. This is wrong because of these things. What's wrong about it? A couple things. I like that Twitter did this. Now, do I agree with all of Twitter's changes? I don't know, dude. There's a lot that happens on Twitter. I'm not going to go through each one and say I agree with this, I don't agree with this, but I did like this.
How can Twitch say on one hand that they've reviewed the case thoroughly, and then on the other hand say it was an accident and they didn't know? This is all very fishy.
A big media company like Twitch doesn't realize that their new account signups from Israel has completely flatlined? You're telling me that you guys didn't? Then it was discovered that Twitch's head of policy and community guidelines, was previously fired from her job publicly by the British government. Why? She does not like the Jews.
That's right. Their head of trust and safety was previously
suspended for a... Oh my god! Accusing Israel of ethnic cleansing. What? You're the head of trust and safety, bro?
Suspended from her job at Ofcom for being too anti-Zionist. And guess where her very next job was at? That's right. Twitch TV.
Apparently she was posting pro-Hamas tweets only mere days after October 7th happened.
That's so interesting. It sounds just like someone else we know. It's almost like supporting terrorists is institutional. Hell, it might even be a prerequisite.
Take a look at this tweet from Twitch's senior manager of inclusive marketing, Bridget Chermating, on October 12th.
Dude, I love when inclusivity bans everybody they don't agree with, or anybody, any sort of, oh, you're a part of this group? Well, we gotta kick you out, bro. What are you? What are you fucking... no, we're only inclusive to the people we like. That's not inclusivity, bro. That's like when I remember those bumper stickers that said coexist, and everyone I met with one of those bumper stickers was just the most vile people ever, and it's like, yeah, dude, you don't have to coexist. Coexisting just means you fucking live around people. It's like, oh, dude, they're real nice until you say one thing you disagree with, and then they're fucking more vile than anybody that they hate.
Well, people are posting screenshots of them donating to Israel relief funds. Shake my head, y'all are truly rooting for the oppressor. Read a damn book. This tweet was made only 5 days after the October 7th massacre. The donations she's criticizing would go to families like this, if they were still alive. This entire family was murdered in cold blood by Hamas terrorists on October 7th. Bridget, who did these little girls oppress? How can you act so high and mighty for your cause and be so callous and inhuman for the innocents on the other side? This statement was made by the senior manager for inclusive marketing. Is that some kind of joke? Is this what inclusion looks like at Twitch?
This is why I'm so happy that all these DEI offices are getting shut down, because they are political fucking tools to, like, belittle anybody they don't agree with. This is like, this type of stuff is just like power, where people get into power and then they force their ideas on the rest of the world, and only the people that agree with them are then allowed to excel in the thing. I think there should be a healthy amount of people on both sides. You should have people that think one way over here, people that think one way over here, and they just should discuss and find a middle ground. Where wild shit, if you want to make your site advertiser friendly, you then find that would a solution that would, okay, we'll ban these terms, we'll ban these terms, or whatever, and find something that's feasible for both sides. Right now, we have a very hard, and especially on Twitch, you have a very hard, extreme left-wing view, and there's nobody to say, you know, where you're getting a little crazy over here. You need people from both thoughts to make things good. That's why the South Park people make sure that there's people of opposing viewpoints at the table when they're making up their skits, because they like to have input from opposing viewpoints, which everyone should. You should want some opposing viewpoints to your own.
Is it really crazy at this point, after all this, to say that Twitch has an anti-Semitism problem? I think it would be harder at this point to argue the opposite.
Oh, Bridget, one more thing. Sorry, I forgot. Can you tell me the answer to this riddle? What's the difference between a Boy Scout and a Jewish kid? I'm standing by. Let us know. And yes, it's true. I should point out this tweet is from 2011. This one, however, is from 22. Sarah Silverman tweeted out, Kanye threatened the Jews yesterday on Twitter, and it's not even trending. Why do mostly only Jews speak up against Jewish hate? The science is so loud. Bridget said, this was the energy I was around when I worked with 2 Jewish women in social impact, who are both senior to me. She's trying to make Sarah Silverman seem like some kind of Jewish Karen for caring about anti-Semitism. I wouldn't really care about any of this if she wasn't the head of fucking diversity at Twitch. What the fuck is happening here? This is insane.
So with people like her deciding what is and isn't okay on Twitch, there's no surprise that you end up with these extraordinarily uneven enforcements of the rules.
Take, for example, this clip of the streamer Destiny. He was permanently banned for what he said here.
That community is never worth engaging with. There's just no point in doing it. Like, it's too, the risk of me, like, ending up getting, like, permabanned and my life destroyed because of these, like, inbred fucking disgusting losers is, like, it's just not worth it. It's just totally not worth it.
And okay, you know, fair enough. If you're going to be consistent with the enforcement, then, you know, let's have a friendly place, a safe environment. It's calling a minority group inbred, which results in a permanent ban. Okay. Okay, has anyone else done that?
The Jewish KKK brigades out there, just a bunch of fucking inbred hicks. Imagine the most inbred white supremacist guy you can imagine, okay? Every week there was another fucking psychopathic settler, inbred fucking douchebag. Oh, these inbred fucking douchebags in the background, dude. A nation entirely comprised of messianic, inbred, telling us that we are all inbred and that we have no culture.
You want to see clips?
Inbred. A
Houthi pirate.
The Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
Zero punishment. Hasan, watching terrorist propaganda with zero critical commentary.
They do like...
July of 22, in a stunning fashion that left the Japanese public horrified.
This is funny. I was skipping along because I'm looking. I saw another montage that Ethan Klein likes to do, so I'm skipping it because we all get it. It's all the same shit he said earlier. This was funny too. So this is like literally there was a. This is something I want to talk about. Like, people always say that, oh, you ban all guns, there will be no more gun violence. Japan has banned all guns, and some dude just put together a gun because it happens, dude. Their guns are not like wildly hard to make. It's not the gun that does all the damage. It's the accelerant and the bullet to do all the damage. But Hasan decided to utilize the schematics for this to basically hint at killing anybody who disagreed with him. Again, clearly being a fascist.
Killed with a makeshift weapon that the shooter had built himself at home. So when Hasan saw this tweet that he didn't like, he posted the schematics in what can only be presumed as an invitation to someone in his fan base to build this weapon and then assassinate this sitting congressperson who wrote a tweet he did not like. I genuinely do not know how he didn't land himself in prison for making terroristic threats.
Zero punishment.
Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods.
And this isn't just a Hasan problem. It underscores a disturbing trend among leftists on Twitch. The problem is, if you can believe it, these people are frequently making death threats and facing zero consequence. I know it sounds far-fetched, but I assure you it's very real.
Listen, I'll up the number, okay? 30K to anyone who'll make this dipshit disappear.
Bro, that Destiny guy needs to get Not gonna fucking lie.
Kind of person he.
So that's basically the end, where he shows a montage of Twitch people being fucking degenerate Twitch people. But when you're on a platform that literally allows it to happen and nurtures that, it's not just allows it to happen, because I'm a firm believer that if you have an open debate between people, if people can see this but then see somebody else have a differing belief right next to him, they can watch both people. You can have choice in the marketplace of ideas. But the problem with Twitch is there is no marketplace of ideas. They are going to push to the forefront people like this who willfully want anybody that disagrees with them dead. It's a bukkake of ideas. It is just fucking the same idea getting jizzed on the same forehead over and over and over again. And it's disgusting. Hasan's a piece of shit. Honestly, anybody who orbits Hasan's a piece of shit. Anybody who wishes death on people who don't agree with them is a piece of shit. I think that's all that needs to be said. I honestly think that's enough. These guys are fucking clowns. And yeah, that's all I have to say on this. I gotta pee.